Bienvenidos, señoras y señores, una vez más. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. I know it's been a while. I've been in hiatus. Some of you probably thought, is he about still alive? Yeah, I'm here. Thank God. With the gracious of God, I am here, and that's a beautiful thing. And I know it's a little bit late for some of you over here in the East Coast area. But for those who are not, I hope if you catch what I'm doing right now, you'll have a good time. I have a very special episode today. And to be honest with you, I've been working on this for over 3 months to try to get it done. And I'm so grateful for my guest tonight that he was patient with me. He was understanding, obviously. That he was able to make it finally, because I know he's things to do and is busy. We all got things to do. We all have lives. This is just something we do for the sake of fun and sake of the love of the of gaming, obviously. And tonight, like I said, my YouTuber tonight is a very special guest. One of the first people that I actually started talking with on Xbox Live when I noticed that they were on YouTube, and he was the second person ever since I actually talked to him to reach out for me, and I can't stress enough how inexplicably and unconditionally he has shown me nothing but respect, love. He's treated me not just like a fellow gamer, he's treated me like a friend, a family, first and foremost. He really has set the bar for anyone else that I try to, commemorate with. I probably pronounced that wrong. I'm sorry. I'm a little tired, but I think you'll understand what I mean when you guys finally tune in to listen. If you're live or if you check us out later on, he's definitely he had a wonderful style, a sense of charm. He's very urban, but he does it with style. He makes you feel kind of refreshing in a nice way, just by looking at him, because he knows how to do his thing like no other. He really is his own man and his own one of a kind on YouTube. If you ask me personally, I think he's very underrated. I think he deserves a lot more love, because to be honest with you, I believe he's been around since this all started, back with the well-known Next Gen 720. Shout outs to him, of course, in all due respect. But some of us are just not I guess seen in the same light or same eye, maybe because we're different, unconditional, different styles may not appeal to everybody. But I can definitely tell you this: if I had to describe this next guest in gaming terms, he's kind of like that game that you play that it's like nothing you ever played before. It's a really good game, but you tell people about it and they'll look at you like, yeah, I'll get to it, but they don't really do it. And then when they finally get to like, yo, my man, that game was off the chain. So that's the best way I could describe how this YouTuber is. This is what you get and how you feel when you go check him out. He knows his stuff. He's passionate. He surely deserves a lot more recognition, in my opinion. And just recently he reached a milestone. I was really happy for him, because he deserves that and a whole lot more. So before I introduce them, all I ask for you guys is basically to show your love and your respect. He's a very, very wonderful person and deserves, the most admiration from everyone in this game right now, believe it or not, because he's one of the people that I know personally. I've seen it behind the scenes, and when I'm paying attention, that gives the most support to everybody without question. He's definitely done it for me. I can tell you, what he's done for me so far. If I had to pay out of pocket, it would have cost me a whole lot of money. And he's never asked me for 1 cent, 1 dime, He's there for me every single day, even when I'm not there for him or I'm not even around. That's how big hearted and kind he really is, and that is a fact. That's not just me talking because he joined me here and he was kind enough to come on, but that is an absolute fact. So like I said, keep it respectful in the comments. Keep it respectful in general. We're adults. We're real gamers. We don't come here and do this for bullshit. It's for fun, but we're not here to troll and act immature. If you don't like it, don't watch. If you like it, keep listening, and I'm pretty sure you'll find something that you'll love and find intriguing on both ends, from me or from the guest, or at least that's the goal. So, it's another episode of Xbotians Let's Talk Podchat, Ep.5, and I'm coming back with a bang because the next guest is a bang in his own right. So, without further ado, my fellow YouTuber, my friend, my compadre, please introduce yourself.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy 100 from IntroMediaGaming.com. This is my boy Hebot. You know what I'm saying? Y'all need to subscribe to his channel and quit bullshitting. I don't know why y'all do it. He one of the most underrated guys. You see me, I promote him, and y'all need to do the same thing. He's a passionate gamer. Take y'all asses off that crumb side and come to this real side. What's up with you, man?
Oh my God. Oh, fantastic. Now that I'm able to finally do you some justice, my man. I appreciate so much from the bottom of my heart for you taking the time to come on. I know it's a little late on my end. I apologize. And I know it took me at least 3 months to finally get this on the roll with you. So I apologize for that. But thank you for at least doing this for me, because episode in my segment in my channel, something that I know you don't have to do, and I know you're doing it from the heart because you're a good friend. You always have been since the day that we started talking, since day one. You have shown me nothing but love and respect, and I think very highly of you. You're a class act. I've told you this many times, and I mean it. In public, in the air. I'm not afraid to say it. Because it's the facts. This is how I feel about you. You're a great person, and I love your style, and I love who you are. So I'm glad. Thank you for being on, Mr. 100. How are you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I'm okay. Long week. I getting the kids ready to go back to school.
I hear
You
that,
know.
man. Yeah, man. So luckily, my kids don't go back till the 8th of September, so I still got a little window. But all in all, it's always stressing when you're trying to get everything ready. 100. Tonight, my goal is to, present you to the YouTube community, the gaming community, whoever follows you on Twitter, whoever follows you on Xbox Live, to see and to get to know a different side of you, maybe a little bit more personal side of you, in the game, as far as the gaming aspect goes. Um, I've gotten to know you
Ep.5, can you hear me? Ep.5, can you hear me? Ep.5, can you hear me?
Hello. Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. I can hear nothing.
Yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, we have some technical difficulties. I think we might have gotten at least we know that that yeah, 100. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It was going in and out.
Nice. So yeah, just like I said, if you heard me earlier, take up your sit on my digital couch, pour yourself some Cavassier or some beer, have some digital beer, and just have a good time. Let's talk gaming. Let's get a little personal. Let's find out about your history, and see if we have anything in common, or any experiences that might have been the same.
Yeah.
All right. So 100, the magic question, the $1,000,000 question. How did you, Buck, or at what age did you start introduced to gaming? Became a fan of gaming that you knew on with you for a long time, or maybe the rest of your life. If you made, maybe the first arcade, your first console, who got it for you? Uh, you know, how did you get introduced to the gaming world? 100.
All right. I got introduced to the gaming where I have cousins that's way older than me. I got first cousins that's over 50 years old, and
Okay.
they used to watch. They used to watch me. So I was always curious. I always wanted to go outside and stuff. So my dad was trying to find a way.
Okay.
So
Okay.
one day, you know what I'm saying, he was trying to keep actually my cousins also too off the street. So one day I
Okay.
come home, I think it was either a birthday or I was getting out of school for the summer.
Right.
And I had a Atari 2600 sitting in the living room.
Nice.
Uh, and I was like, oh, what the hell? Atari 2600. You saw it as a kid on cartoons. I'm like, Atari 2600.
Right.
And
Right.
it came with, I got Pac Man and River Raid with it. And my cousin
Okay.
saw that, and I've been going on for that for years. That got me off. Pac Man, I was into Pac Man, but it was okay at the time.
How old were you? If you don't mind me asking,
I'm
how old
30.
are you?
I'm about to be 37 in November.
No, no, not now. I mean at that
Oh,
time. Do you
then I
remember
was about
how
six.
old you were more?
I was about six.
Oh, so
I was
you're
about
about
six.
you're about 6. Oh, that's what's
Yeah, I
up.
was
Yeah,
about six.
I think that's about the same time also that I also got introduced in that into gaming, or started endeavoring myself. So your first experience was basically Atari 2600. I have to make the assumption based on your age that it was the second version. Was it like a gray box?
No, it's a black box.
It was a
It was
black box.
black box.
Oh, that's the
Yeah, it's the
first
black.
version.
It's the black box with the black
Would it
controller with the
did it have
orange
like
button.
yes?
It
Did it
had
have
the
like
four. It had the four. You had the power. I think it was something else. It was a reset button. It was four. It was four switches on the box.
right?
I
Yeah.
think it was power, reset, to add more players.
Turn it on and off,
The third one,
and
yeah, and add more players.
to switch from AV to
And
TV. I remember.
uh,
Yeah. But did it have
yeah.
like the little wooden panel outline on it?
Um, yeah, it had the wood. It was like wood grain.
Right. It was a sticker, but it looked like
Yeah,
one grain.
the
Yeah, that was the
wood grain. Connected back in the day, we didn't have no composite cables. We had no HDMI cables.
hmm
We had two little how can I say pitchforks
Yeah,
and you
the little prong that you put
prong, and you put it
on the
there,
screw on.
and yeah, you have to screw it on and screw it in.
Yes, yeah.
Matter of fact, you got to pick your channel. I think that other button was picking your channel. It was either channel 2 or channel 4. It was something like that. Depends where you
Yeah,
lived
yeah,
at.
channel 3. Yes, sir. Yeah, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I had the second one. That's the one that came in the gray box. But because that one that you're talking about, that was the more expensive version because that's the one that came with the 2 roller D pads also on it. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, because you had we played what was that
For like
game that
hockey,
you
for hockey and
no we
pong,
played with
right?
tanks. No, it was tanks. We played it playing against tank. It was tanks. I can't
Yeah,
think of
yeah,
the game.
no.
It was 2 tanks, and it
Okay,
was
okay.
and they bounced off the walls.
Okay,
One
okay. Yes, yes, I know exactly.
yeah, I
I
can't
think it
think
was
of it. I
called
don't know.
Tank Attack. Tank Attack, I think it was called.
Yeah. So yeah, I had that. I had Pitfall, original Pitfall that never ends. And
Yeah.
River Raid that never ends, and I had Pac-Man. I had all that in one. When when my parents when they did do it, they did it big.
Right.
So like after then, I people talk about console wars. It was console wars when I was a kid.
Oh
I
yeah.
got a ColecoVision. Oh, I have a Atari 2600. I skipped the 7200,
Okay.
7200, and then I started seeing everybody coming out with Nintendo.
Right,
And I had a
right.
couple of people. I didn't get a Nintendo right away. I think I got a Nintendo after it came out. Because most of the time, like next gen, they say you got games on birthdays and Christmas.
Right.
So my birthday is in November. When my parents did give me something, they gave me like the ultimate pack.
Right. They
So I
went
ended
something
up
big, right?
yeah. So I ended up getting the Nintendo, and I got it with the Rob. Given just before they start giving Nintendo with Super Mario Brothers, you have to buy that separate. So I got Rob, and I got that and Gyromite. So
Right.
that I
You
got that Gyromite, and so Gyromite
got
was
to
like
be
a
the
robot.
ultimate pack.
So Gyromite was like a robot. You had to spin a gyro, and you had to tell Rob to put the gyro to get through the puzzle. Was it a hell of a concept? Hell no, it was frustrating. We just start cheating. Put your hand on the red, put your hand on the blue, get through the puzzle.
Right, right. And you know,
Uh-huh.
I give you a funny tidbit in case people don't know, and maybe yourself. Nintendo NES came with that Rob, robot was
Yeah, it
because
was a
when they were
robot.
some right. The reason why the Nintendo put that in there was because they were selling it to the market, so people would pick it up, like places like KB Toy Works and places like like your Toys R Us or whatnot in Child World at that time, so that they can sell it as a toy and not a video game console. Because remember, we had the big crash back then in gaming, and for all the shovelware, and people didn't really want to get back into that medium because they had a lot of games that just were bad quality, and yet they were selling them at the same price as a regular quality game. And that's why they did that. That's how they were able to manage to get that cons back on the market because of that, because they sold it as a toy to the distributors. Like, oh yeah, if you buy a bunch of these, yeah, it's a toy, it's not, and you can do gaming. It has gaming features, but they didn't really tell them the truth that it was a video game console until afterwards, which is funny. But yeah, just a little tidbit. There people watching, or maybe if you didn't know. So that's under basically. I had ColecoVision and television. I used to have. I don't know if you remember the little arcade, little arcade machines that look like the arcade presented the
Yeah, I
one
had Pac.
in
Yeah, we had Pac.
the
Yeah, we
actual
had Pac-Man, and we had
arcade.
football. Yeah, we had the little miniature.
You don't want to talk about? You had one of those?
I couldn't hear you. Was going in and out. Yeah, you're going in.
Go ahead.
Going in and out. Okay, there you go. There you
Okay.
go.
Did you have the ones that were that you were?
I had the games. I had like a Pac-Man game, and I had a Pac-Man game, and I had a football handheld game. So it was just like you and the dot, and you just trying to get past the receiver. I had one of them. I had a couple of them.
Okay, okay. But I'm saying like you know how they had these little ones, right? That basically they look like the arcade
They look at the
representation,
arcade.
but they were smaller, and you could put them in your table, like on the top of the table or whatnot. Did you have one of those?
I had a Pac-Man.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I had the Pac-Man one.
For money.
Yeah, I had the Pac-Man one as well. I had the Pac-Man one as well, but they had like Donkey Kong. They had Centipede. They had quite a few. Hello.
Yeah, I'm hearing. Yeah, right, they had a whole lot.
Let me know if I bought out any.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay. So damn, that's fantastic. So I guess the next logical question to ask you is, did you ever migrate yourself or transition yourself from that home console experience into the arcades in your local area? And if you did, what was the name of your arcade?
We had arcades. Like I said, I live in LA, so I had a bunch of them. So
you had a bunch of them. Okay.
We had a bunch of them. So they were mostly in malls. It wasn't like it's not like the arcade. I know people, y'all watched Tron and y'all saw that arcade.
Right.
They were kind of rare. You might have it like in a pizza shop or something like that.
Okay.
You didn't have it. Like the mega arcades were in malls. So at the time that I got really impressed, you used to go to a mall that's not existing anymore, but it's called the Hawthorne Mall. They had a bunch of games, and that's when I ran into what amazed me about games changing from what I saw from a console into the arcade was I could say Pit Fighter, was that Virtual Fighter, the original Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
Matter of fact, the first game I get my ass whoop on because I didn't go to school in the 3rd grade was Double Dragon.
Wow, yeah, Double Dragon is amazing, man. I love Double Dragon.
I got my ass whooped for not going to school late because I will take my lunch money and try to beat Double Dragon. And that was at a local liquor store.
Yes, sir.
So the arcade thing, I was always in the arcade thing. The biggest arcade I've been in is the Delamo Mall. It's still, if you anybody ever watched Jackie Brown, that's the Delamo Mall. That's one of our biggest malls out here. They had a pretty large arcade. That arcade don't exist anymore.
Oh, it doesn't? Okay.
No. It used to be on a lower level because the Delamo Mall is so big. I can put it's about like 100 acres.
Wow.
It's like almost. It was 3 Foot Lockers in it.
Wow, wow. That's how big the arcade was.
Yeah, that's how big the ball is. You had 2 like what you call like EB games,
right?
Or stuff like that. Each shop had 2 of each other. One on one side, one on the other. If you're big enough, you can have 3.
Right.
So, but they had the biggest arcade that I think I ever been in because it was at the bottom. It had a pizza shop by it. That's the first time I ever saw VR. Also, I was a little bit older at the time. I was about 15, 16, but I saw like the VR. They had the little VR thing you stand on. But they had there every arcade game that existed.
Right.
But and when I say arcade game, I'm talking about you're playing Afterburner in a full-fledged. You sit in the seat and play.
Yeah. You
said like in a
cockpit. It gave you the illusion you were seeing in a cockpit of a plane, and it would actually do a 360 turn and everything with you in it. I remember that. Those are awesome.
They have them type of stuff. So that was my arcade. I mean, I've been in arcades. Yeah, let's play Street Fighter, and you throw up your quarter up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I got next. Was I the baddest person in the town? No, but I hung in with it.
You held your own. Yeah,
I held my own.
That's what's up. So basically, I was safe to assume that from the sound of it, what you're telling me, well, shout outs to your parents first and foremost for buying you your first arcade console, home console, because back then on it. You know, they used to look at that stuff like comic books, like, oh, that stuff was a waste of time or bad for your brain and, you know, no good. And you know what I'm saying? Some people even thought it was demonic, you know, but,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that stuff is silly stuff, you know, and trivial. Basically, everybody has different beliefs and thoughts. But shout out to them for introducing to you. Did you ever have a, so when you went to the arcade, basically, you were a little older, it sounds like, right? By the time you, when you,
No, I did it. I did it like when I did it as a kid.
mm-hmm.
But you know, I had limited time. You know,
Yeah,
my mom
yeah,
might give me $10 while she
right.
going shopping
That you waste like
and
at
stuff
five
like that.
minutes.
And yeah, you wasted 5 minutes. Then you got to, then you know, like, oh, my mom at the department store. Let me go over here. Man, let me go here over
Yeah,
here.
because the
Can I
arcades
get
are
some
designed
money?
to eat them quarters,
Yeah, they
boy.
eat your quarters. And then when you got older people that know how to do some things, like, oh, this is some bullshit. This is some bullshit.
Right.
Damn, right. And they won't yet. You know, and they thing about the arcade, they don't care if you was 5, 35, 25. You was just on top. And you put your day. I remember the day that you got three initials. And I remember one day damn, what's that card game? I forgot what it's called. Breaking something. It was like you was in the Jeep and you had to jump it. And I broke the record and I put my initials REM. And I was like, damn, I was in first place out of all these years. And my cousin saw it and was like, REM, ain't that you? I'm like, yep, that's me. And it's like shit. 5 hours later, I was in fifth place.
Honey, can you hear me? Wow. How long was I cut off? Where did I leave off? What are your last words?
I think my last words were when you went to the arcade, you only had the three initial things.
Right. What I was trying to say that the only, you know, you're right that they give you only the option to put your initials, which would be basically three letters. So, and then you know it was you. But it was more of a self-satisfaction thing. Like I was saying, you know, you didn't really care about, you know, beating the next person. It was more like, yeah, I got up there. You see that? You know what I'm saying? So you could brag to your buddies and even to yourself. You know, it was just one of those things. It was different. It was a different type of mentality anyway. So you had a lot of arcades, though. You're basically is what you're saying in your area, right?
Yeah, it was a bunch of arcades. Like I said, you can go, and they might have like 25 games.
You know,
Uh, Video games wasn't. It's like they was everywhere.
right. The cabinets were everywhere. Let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you mentioned that, because you brought up something that, you know, I used to notice that myself in my general area, because in my area was only one arcade, to be honest with you. I live in a small town in Jersey. But me growing up there was only one arcade, and you know, I used to go religiously to play Double Dragon, like you just said. I used to play Quartet, APB, you know, Outrun, Afterburner, Ring King. Those were like the main games I used to love go and play.
Yeah, yeah,
But
Rain King, and then what's called took a lot of my quarters too.
oh yeah,
I
Ring
haven't
King
started
was
such a while.
classic.
No, Karate Champion. That
Oh
shit took a lot
yeah,
of my quarters.
Karate Champion, Kung Fu too, Karate Champion,
Yeah,
yeah.
man. That
And those
yeah,
games were hard,
yeah.
man. They were just
Mm-hmm.
hard as hell. I mean, I like when you said Pitfall was one of your games, one of the original
Mm-hmm.
Uncharted.
It's like because that was amazing. Like it was real action. It
Yeah, I
wasn't.
used to play.
And it played better than that bullshit ass Street Fighter game that they tried to put that live
Right.
action bullshit Street Fighter. No, Pitfall was a challenging game.
Yes. I used to play Congo Bongo too. I don't know if you had that in your console. On the Atari, you could play Congo Bongo and ColecoVision, I think it was something like that.
Yeah. See, my boy had ColecoVision. Like my auntie had put me around. I had people that had other consoles. So
Right.
The console wars was real, but you still go over there and go play it. Like they had the arcade version of Donkey Kong on ColecoVision. Hell, y'all finna go over there and play it.
Right. Yeah, Donkey Kong was a shit too. Hard, but it was a shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. I had a cousin loved Centipede.
Centipede was.
I mean, I played it.
Missile Command.
I wasn't an expert. Yeah, Missile Command was cool. Space Invaders I wasn't. Space Invaders was cool. Yeah, I did have Space Invaders. Damn, I'm trying to think.
What about Sinister? You ever played Sinister back then?
No, I never played Sinister.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
So let me ask you. What I was trying to tell you before I lose my train of thought. I noticed, especially like I said in my general area, what I noticed was that a lot of like the really rare or really hot games, like let's say Street Fighter 2, let's just say hypothetically, those were the games that you always found in like your pizzerias or in your local hotspots, like that would only be like 2 or 3 arcade cabinets, not in the actual arcade, but those really rare ones. You would find them like, in those type of places, at least where I lived. Did you ever get that sense and that feeling around you?
You get the popular games in like the liquor stores and the pizza. You get they know that the turtles, the games that they know that they're going to do.
Make money.
I had to go into the arcade to find them gems. You had to go in arcade.
Right.
You had to go to the arcade because no, like all I remember was like almost like popular games. Like when Street Fighter 2 came out, it was so many versions of the damn game. Mm-hmm. I remember Gal could throw 500 sonic booms. But I remember the original Street Fighter. They had it, like I said, I had to go play that in the arcade. The original Street Fighter wasn't at your pizzeria. It wasn't at the liquor store. You guys talking about the liquor store? Yeah, I'm talking about the liquor store you go buy liquor at. They had that. You won't see them too much anymore, but that was cash cows. They was there.
Yes.
Miss Pac-Man was there.
Yes.
When we talk about beat games back in the day, you talking about we flipped the game.
Right. We had to flip it. Yeah, we had to do those numbers.
Flip it.
And that's
we talking about you played Junior 25 times.
Yes, sir.
And Junior one of the hardest boards. And that's what I kind of learned. I had cousins that love video games like I did. That's how I fell in love with video games.
Right. Thanks. Well, I bet you're better than your cousins now too, right?
Yeah. They say I take this shit too far.
So did you have a favorite game back then in the arcade or no? Or you liked them all?
My favorite game that made me want to play all the time was the original Street Fighter 2.
Okay.
I wanted to get good at that.
Yeah, Street Fighter 2.
When I was a kid, it didn't matter. I just wanted to play. And I tried everything. I wasn't like, I'm just going to do this. I tried everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? This might cost 75 cents. Now, right now, it might cost you $2.50 to play this game, but it cost me like 75 cents.
Right, when it first started, right.
There was more like the racing car games. Matter of fact, a game that used to piss me off. And I put a lot of money.
Spy Hunter, yes.
But I see it, and they had one in the arcade, and they had one in the arcade in the cabinet where you can sit down. And I watched it, and people used to look over, and watch the person play.
Yes.
And you think you're gonna come and do it, and like, no.
When you heard that, boom, that big explosion.
I'm seeing him like, how you turn into the helicopter? You jumped in the helicopter? Oh, this is bullshit. That's how. and you can't get no further. It's like some of them games pissed you off, but you kept on continue on to go and play it.
Trying to play them, yeah. You try to see how many times you can get to that little red truck to change to what's the next thing you're gonna change to a boat, helicopter, a tank in the car. Yeah, man.
And you
Spy
didn't
Hunter
control the
was
speed at all.
tough.
It was this.
Yes, I don't think I've ever seen anybody beat Spy Hunter in my arcades.
It don't end. It don't end.
It was too hard, man. I don't even think I saw anybody flip it. It was hard. It was real hard. So that also Street Fighter. I remember Street Fighter was so big. They had like 13 cabinets of just Street Fighter 2 and like 8 or 9 of Mortal Kombat 1, because that was the other big thing. Mortal Kombat 1 around the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we used to sit there, like I said, I sit there and get out of school, go to we had a burger joint up the street from my house at the time.
Right.
Got out of junior high to high school, and that's what we did.
Right.
And it was urban. It wasn't the hood. And my parents tried to take me out the hood. Eventually, I ended up going back to the hood, but I end up, I didn't live in the hood. They try to do the best they can.
I got you.
Live in, I can say, an urban spot in LA, but I go straight to Compton. I go straight to
But you hanged out with your boys.
I go hang out with.
Yeah. I got you.
Also, that was so crazy. And shouts out to my cousin. She died last early. Angie B. If it wasn't for her, I would have been no game. It wouldn't be no gaming for me.
Right.
It wouldn't have been no gaming because it was me and her, gaming like a mug. I'm not gonna say her favorite game was the original Tomb Raider, and I sit there and watch her say, "Why are you playing this shit?"
Right.
Because I was so good at it.
Right.
But I'm like, you're shooting bears and tigers and shit. Man, I want a kid, you know what I'm saying? But we play Streets of Rage together and all that. Like I said, I had cousins. We eventually had to come in the house, and when we came in the house, we started gaming.
Right.
We want to go to bed.
Well, I'll be honest with you. Video games in the arcades back then probably saved a lot of people from getting into a lot of trouble in the streets, especially people like me and you that grew up and know what the ghetto is, know what it is to be in the hood. Where there's always something going on, whether it's good or bad, out of our control. That sometimes you could be at the wrong place at the wrong time. It is what it is. The nature of growing up poor, or not so fortunate like others. But I think it saved a lot of kids and people at the time from maybe even going to jail, getting killed. You know what I'm saying on it? From my personal opinion and experience that I've seen with my eyes, as I grew up through all the years. But yeah, man, that's what's up. I'm glad that you had that wonderful experience. And so sorry to hear about your cousin too passing. That must have been a really hard loss. You probably miss her a lot. I'm pretty sure. So okay. So what since you already at this point were indulged in the arcades and stuff, what were all the consoles you've had throughout the years? Like,
okay, I didn't do. My boy had to say what got me on Sega. My boy had the Sega Master System.
Okay, I was big on the Sega Master, big.
And he was on Sega Masters, and I saw Walter Payton football. I said, "Oh shit, games look like this."
Yeah, and Reggie Jackson baseball. Remember that?
I said, games look like this.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Genesis came out, that's all I wanted, and all I wanted. I didn't think about it was with me with Christmas and stuff, because I had a sister, and my sister was spoiled. I have a brother too, but he wasn't here yet.
Mm-hmm.
So they actually, I know Santa Claus don't exist anymore. So it's like, what you want? I'm like, I want the Sega. Like that. I said, that's all I want. I want the Sega. And I played Sonic the first. I used to listen to the music. And I didn't want no other game until I beat Sonic. That was the first game I beat it 100%.
Oh, nice.
Chaos Emeralds to beat it.
Yeah, that was tough because you had to get the bonus rounds. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was tough. Wow.
That was my first game. I didn't want no other game. That's all I did. I wanted that game sold me out. That's why I said I have no problem with Sonic from this day. So I was stuck on Sega ever since. After that, I was
Right,
Sega
right.
everything.
Yeah, I was a big Sega. That was my first real
Yeah.
console endeavor. Like once everything started evolving, because remember the Sega Master System had the light gun, it had the 3D, it had the built-in game, secret game, sort of, quote unquote. It had the little memory micro cards that basically were indie games. You know, they were the lower budget games that they were putting on these micro cards, and you slide them in. They look like credit cards, and they were like $25, $20, $15. Those games compared to the other ones that were more expensive. So they were kind of like indie games at that time. So say that console felt really ahead of its time compared to the NES. And to be honest with you, that console was the third iteration and version of that console by the time it came out here in America, because it actually existed before the Nintendo Entertainment System, which was called the Super Famicom in Japan at the time, and the Genesis was called the Mach 3 in Japan, and the version we got was the Mach 3, which then they relabeled and renamed, Master System here in the U.S. And Tonka Toys was the American distributor that actually agreed to publish their games here in America, because they wanted to get an American publisher in order to make it appealing for the American market, because they'd never been in the American market with a console, Sega, So another, little, tidbit in case no one knows that maybe listening to. So yeah, people think that it was the Master System that came afterwards as far as existing, and it wasn't. It was actually the Nintendo that came after. But in America, the Nintendo came out first, the Nintendo Entertainment System. So you had the Sega Master System, and then Genesis, and what else did you get? Anything else in particular, or that you wanted that you never got?
No, I actually at the time I got. That's when I turned to a video game. I had that was my drug. I needed whatever.
My drug, I love.
I didn't want. Yeah, that was a drug. I didn't want nothing else. When I said I wanted that for Christmas, you ain't got to give me shit else. I don't want clothes.
Exactly. Yeah,
I don't want nothing. Just get me this. I wanted the hottest thing, and that's all I wanted. And I think it was easier for them because I wasn't picky.
Right.
So I'm
right.
like, yeah. So I'm like, give me the Saturn. And I was more people walking around here with a Saturn. Like,
right.
Nobody knows that. I'm
yes.
like, man.
Saturn, a lot of people didn't know what even Saturn was. It was real rare. Like people didn't even know what it
Madden
was.
Played way better on Saturn than it played on the mother system.
Yeah, so, on the PS1.
Yeah, and because you had the 6-button controller for the first time. And Madden was simple, and me and my boys would sit there. By then, when Saturn came out, I think I was grown. Saturn came out.
Right.
I was grown. If I wasn't grown, I think I was about 18.
Yeah.
Like 17, 18.
Yeah.
And I got into it. And I almost got jacked for it. And I'm like, man, you can't take this.
Damn, for real.
You can't take this, homie. And I'm out of bounds. I'm like, man, you can't take this. I'm about to die for this one tonight. I'll catch a fade and stuff like that because I knew how much that bad boy cost.
Right. Yeah, the Saturn, when I got mine, it was in the winnings.
Yeah, you can.
And it was like $400 when it first came out.
As a matter of fact, people don't understand this. I had the Sega channel on the Genesis, because it went through the local cable system, and I remember getting in trouble.
You're right.
Yeah, and that was actually, y'all talking about PlayStation Now. That was PlayStation Now way before
that. Right, way back from exactly.
And you didn't have no lag and none of that. You just hook up the cable cord. And I remember going down to the cable people, and the cable people gave it to me, and I wasn't even an adult yet. And my dad saw the extra bill, but I had all these games. I'm like, whoa, I ain't got the button right there. Yep. Just hit it, and boom, your game pop up.
Well, it's like with the Game Genie, with the Genesis. A lot of people don't realize that when you bought a Game Genie, you were actually able to play online. With the Madden that existed back then from EA, you were able to play online games and matches with the Game Genie. They had like the modem that you could buy and connect it, and the Game Genie adapter, and you were able to play online gaming even back then through the modem to the 56K, which was awesome.
So I did that. Yeah, so I did. After that, I had every Sega system after that. So I didn't get the 32X. I didn't do that.
Okay.
I needed the 32X. So I went to the Saturn, and then I actually fell in. To me, my best console I ever had, other than the original Xbox, is the Dreamcast.
Okay.
I bought Sega Net.
For me, it's probably the greatest console ever, and And I'll tell you why after you talk. Yeah, yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I grabbed when I saw NFL 2K
Mm.
for the first time,
Mm-hmm.
and I
Mm-hmm.
said, "That is what I ain't never saw no shit like that."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I played it, and that was we had a bunch of mom and pop video game
Mm-hmm.
stores,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "Y'all got this?" And I was like, "For real?"
Right, right. You were
So
mind blowing. You were mind blowing.
yeah, I was
Yes.
mind blown. So
Yeah.
I said, "Oh no!" So I
And then
had a
when you saw the
job.
basketball, oh my God.
Yeah, I said, "Oh, so what I did? I saw Sega Net and
Yes.
this and
Through
that, and
Windows.
I yeah, and had Windows in I think it was NT, I think.
NT, absolutely.
Yeah, Windows NT in it,
And it was built in.
and it was on the side of the box, and I was like,
Yes.
and I was like, my boy was like, "What you doing?" I said, "I'm gonna play online. I ain't tired
Mm-hmm.
of playing with y'all. I beat on
Mm-hmm.
y'all." And he was like, "You can't do that." I said, "Yes, we can." And we just got off work. I think we did a 12-hour shift at the airport. That's because our plane's delayed, and just because we do 12 hours don't mean we did 12 hours. We slept for 6, so
Right,
we get
right.
paid for it. We get paid for being when it's not when it's off the clock. We get paid for it. I mean, when it's we still stay on the clock into our plane because that plane is our responsibility, regardless. Especially when
Right,
it comes 2 o'clock in
right,
the
right.
afternoon. That's our responsibility. So we sit on the clock. That's what the airline pays the money for. Pays the company the money for. So I'm like, okay.
Uh,
So I said, we get home, and I was kind of tired. And then I said, SegaNet. And I
right.
saw that, man. I threw everything in there, and I was playing. I said, I don't know how
It
you
was a
getting home.
disc. Remember, it was a disc.
Uh-huh. I said, I don't know how you getting home. You want to take me to take you home? Matter of fact, let's go
Yeah.
right now because I'm about to get down. And I played. And so when I enjoyed it, I had 2 days off, and I couldn't get off the game for nothing. I'm calling my boys, "Hey man, you got to check this out. We playing online. Like you, what you mean? It's laggy. And think about it, it wasn't laggy at all.
Right. It really didn't have a lot of lag for, especially the fact that it was a limited
Yeah.
amount of,
Mm-hmm.
online connect. But then again, that probably also because it wasn't as trafficky. There wasn't millions of people like there are now
Yeah.
playing online
Yeah, because
constantly.
you actually just hook your phone line up
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
boom,
Right to
wasn't
the
the broadband.
phone.
Yeah, this
Right.
ain't no
Right.
broadband. I'm
Oh,
like, whoa,
well,
you know. So
I mean, I don't even think PC gaming was heavy online at that point. I don't really even think that was even an option at the time, or if it was, they weren't really utilizing it, if I'm not mistaken. Obviously, I could be wrong, but I don't think they were. You hear me, Trevor?
yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. Now just double checking because it gets kind of silent. I'm not sure if it's that it cut off. So, so you never. So did you got your Saturn and Dreamcast, and I'm assuming from that point you got a PlayStation, then the Xbox original.
No, I didn't get original PlayStation. I was Sega forever. I was Sega.
Yeah,
I
I never got a PlayStation
I,
One either.
I know I ended up getting one. I ended up getting one, but I got it when Metal Gear came out.
Okay, okay. You know why I didn't
The
get
original
one? I'm gonna tell you
Metal
why.
Gear Solid.
You know why I didn't get one? And I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. But because that was the case, like like it is kind of like it was with like the Nintendo. Everybody had PlayStation, but nobody had Saturn. So I was getting what nobody else had because it was more
Yeah.
intriguing to me. So I had the option to play PlayStation anytime I wanted, but the Saturn wasn't an option. So I bought the Saturn. That's why I didn't buy it.
But see, I had friends that had the opposite.
But
And
okay,
so I spend weekends. I might spend a weekend over there. We might get together. We might don't run the streets.
right.
So we'll get in there. So when I saw, was that Battle something to Shinden? I can't think of that
Battle
right now.
Arena to Shinden.
Battle to Shinden.
Yeah, it's
I
called
saw that.
Battle Arena to Shinden. I know exactly
Yeah,
what you're
we
talking
played.
about. Mhm.
Yeah, we played the shit out of that. And Final Fantasy came out on that bad boy. And I ain't really a Final Fantasy fan because I'm not the one that I hit you, you hit me 26 times. I never was
Yes.
a fan of. I think the only game I came close to beating me playing that was Wild Arms, the first one.
Yeah, Wild Arms. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
and I was intrigued about the story, but people intrigued in it. I wasn't intrigued in it, but I watched him play for hours.
Right. You didn't mind watching him.
Yeah.
Right, right, right.
Tekken, the original Tekken. My boy like I said, my boy was way better than what I was because he will find out with Paul Phoenix the one hit kill punch. And he was just, I'm like, this shit ain't fair, man. Come on, Skipper, this is bullshit. You cheating, man. You ain't got no job.
Yes, I know the feeling, man.
You ain't got no job. How you pull this off? You didn't want to tell me. So that's what I got my PlayStation experience off of. And then when Metal Gear came out and I couldn't play it, I had nowhere to play it, and people were like, this shit is the shit. I suck around and bought me one.
Okay, fair enough. I didn't even sucker it in with that point. I'm telling you, I don't think. Okay, oh wait, hold up. No. I can't remember because I think the first time I really got intrigued to get a console, PS console, was with Devil May Cry 1, which was on PS2. So I'm trying to remember anything because not even Ridge Racer, because like I said, Virtual Fighter was my preference over, obviously Tekken. Ridge Racer, my preference was, something like Daytona or Sega Rally. So I didn't really, right. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I never got it. But that's Metal Gear was a good game, especially when they did the reboot for the GameCube, the Metal Gear Solid reboot. Twin Snakes. That game was awesome. That's one of my favorite Metal Gears, even though I don't like the series like that. But
I'm into the series because I like war shit.
Right.
I should have been a war veteran. The story was crazy.
Yeah,
the story was crazy.
I remember they had that trick, right?
With Psycho Mantis,
where you had to change the controller or something like that. Yeah,
but it was crazy how Psycho Mantis talked to you. Yeah, I know your moves. You have to move left. I'm like, how the fuck did you know I was gonna move left? That's some bullshit. But I had to figure it out. I can't go right because I'm running right into him. But it's like, okay,
right, that's funny.
Tripped you out, and I'm like, Konami was good. That was a cold trick that I ain't never saw get done. Never after that, it never got done that again. So I was like, and I was into Snake because Snake was kind of like a spy and all this other stuff, and I was intrigued into that. So I suckered into getting one. I had a PlayStation 2. No, matter of fact, this is a story I want to tell you guys. A lot of YouTubers and stuff not going to tell you this, but I'm going to tell you this. Yeah, I had a modded PlayStation 1. I got
modded it
now. I had it got modded, and that's when I played a whole lot of shit.
Yeah,
I had a dude that was giving me games for $2. He'll burn them on a CD for $2.
Yeah. Well, I still have. Now that you said that, I still have a modded. Well, not modded. I had a couple of games because you were able to encrypt it and download games for the Dreamcast, because that's one of the reasons also why it didn't last long, because they figured out how to pirate games for it or whatnot. I have a game copy of Kill Bill running on the Streets of Rage engine that you could play on the Dreamcast of the movie Kill Bill. That's, it's pretty bullshit, but it's fun because it has the music, the characters, and it's a beat 'em up. It plays just like Streets of Rage, but with the Kill Bill theme. It's kind of cool. I still have it. I don't know if it works, but I still have it for sure.
That's cool. Gran Turismo. That's how I got into that.
Yeah.
That's how I got into that. I had a modded PlayStation 1, and I think I only spent. I think at the time I think $35, and my homie brother did it.
Oh, okay.
And then he gave me about 6 games for doing it for $35. I said, oh, okay. And I didn't believe. He showed it to me. He came over. I didn't believe. I'm like, man, you can't do none of no shit like that.
Yeah.
He brought it over to my house. He brought it over to my house, and I'm like, oh, I need that. I came in my pockets real quick. Yeah, mod this shit.
Yeah.
So that's when I did it. I got a PlayStation 2 just for Metal Gear Solid 2.
Nice.
That's the only reason I grabbed it. And I believe I didn't have it too long because the old lady took it from me.
Oh, damn.
Matter of fact, I traded that for Nintendo 64.
Oh, okay. Oh,
I said, give me your Nintendo 64 and you can have this shit.
Yeah. You like it?
Because I didn't. I did. I played it for wrestling.
Oh, that wrestling was awesome. That wrestling was. You thought
Mario Kart.
That Nitro.
Yeah, Mario Kart.
Yeah,
to me,
man.
That's still one of the best wrestling games on that bad boy.
Yeah, man, it was fun. That was that 4-player. You got blood all over the place.
Man, when they did the Royal, that was one of the games that did the Royal Rumble right.
Right. You know what it is too? The gameplay felt That's like for me, like one of the problems with the wrestlings now, they just feel off, kind of like the gameplay, like the mechanics don't feel smooth. If that makes any sense, you know what I mean? And that wrestling game just felt perfect. You know, everything just felt fun. It was really good.
Yeah, and that's all. Yeah, and it was fun. I played the little Mario Bros. I played. Matter of fact, my favorite game that's on 64 was Ocarina of Time, and
Nice.
I was never a Zelda fan. I had it on the Nintendo. I hated that shit. I tried to play. I rented. Link to the Past Part 2. I hated that shit.
Yes, it was horrible.
I didn't like, man. This is bullshit, man.
Yeah.
You know, like I say, and shout out to my man Real Gamer 27 in the reboot.
Nice.
Gaming, man. They Nintendo guys.
Right,
you know, They love that shit, but I didn't love that shit.
Right.
I'm like, this shit too fucking complicated. Fuck a Triforce. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But somehow I got into Ocarina of Time. I got into that.
Right.
And I was like, and so that's
a lot of people like that one. A lot of people like that.
I told Ola, I'm like, hey, we're going to do something, man. We can have this shit.
What about Majora's Mask? I'm assuming you like that one too.
I didn't play that. I didn't get a chance to play that. Because by then I was straight. I turned to straight bot at the time.
He's a straight bot.
I straight bot. People, y'all don't understand. I've been a bot from day one.
Right.
I remember, I don't know where you guys come from, but it was hard to get original Xbox because they didn't sell the Xbox by itself.
Right. Because
you had to buy the shit
carrying
in a
bundle. Yes. Nobody was.
You had to buy it in a bundle.
Yes.
So I got Halo. I got Halo 5. I got original Halo. I think it was Fusion Frenzy.
Yes.
And I forgot the third game. I don't know what the game. And it came with 2 controllers. So you had to buy the bundle. It wasn't the shit that you saw with the rock on it and all that. They talking about the one. No. And my dad was like my brother. I think my brother was around 11, and he was on my head.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You gonna get it?" And I'm like, "I can't afford that shit. I just blew money. You know, I just blew some money." So my pop was like, "Go half." And I think I paid it originally. I think I paid like $600 for it because it was like, and that was at a local spot.
Oh, okay. Because you bought the bundle at a
local spot.
Because what I was, they were $2.99, but that was like the basic one. It came with one controller.
No, because it came. No, they can't. We didn't get that option out here. Out here in LA, we didn't get that. You had to buy the mega bundle to get it because it was brand new. I guess the retailers realized it was brand new.
Plus, it was not selling a lot, like as much as the PlayStation 2. That's why.
Yeah, but it sold, but it didn't. The units were limited. They were limited, so it was eBay on the street.
Right.
Now, eBay on the street. So this before eBay come out with eBay on the street. So when I go to the dudes, like, man, $550. What's up, $550? And I played Fusion Frenzy and I threw Halo in, and oh Lord, my life turned.
Yes. Let me tell you something. When people started doing
the first-person shooters, I said, it can't work on the console.
The thing is that they were the first. Okay, what made Halo so big? It was because it was the first time in a console that they figured out how to make a first-person shooter work and feel good. It felt right with the controller and the 2 analog. It's never been accomplished like that ever.
And we talking about the Xbox Fat controller, not the S. The Xbox Fat.
What they called the what was it called again? The Goliath. They used to call it a term.
They call it Goliath now. That was a big. That was a big motherfucking controller. But
yes, sir. But it was dirty.
We didn't have no RB. Yes. Yeah, we had no RB. It was black and white.
Yes.
That was our RB.
Yes.
Black and white. But it fit. But you know what? It fitted so much because you hit white, it cut on your light. You know, it didn't feel too bad.
No, it felt firm and sturdy, and the precision was good. Like the feedback of the precision was great. Like it was really good. The controller, it just was big for some people. It's like I didn't mind it.
No. And you can go if it's so heavy, you could go. You can protect your house. You can go pistol whip somebody with it. It was that heavy.
Yes, you're right. It was. It felt like kind of like the Elite controller feels now.
That shit is heavy,
especially when you put the memory cards or when you put like the rumble pack. Remember, they kind of because the OG Xbox had a lot of things that were very similar to what the Dreamcast was trying to do.
Like
You know
that.
what I mean?
The thing about it, you guys don't understand. If you play Dreamcast and you play sports games, the DMU was the best thing because your
Oh
homie
my
can't see your
God! Thank
play.
you,
They
thank
cannot
you.
see your
That is
play.
the best feature that they ever created with a console and a
Because
controller. Oh my
your
God!
homies should try to look over because they can throw 3
Hell
plays up. Yes,
yes!
3. But you can go sit on the other side of the room and you got it in your DMU
Yes!
and you cannot see
Yes!
nothing. And
Yes!
think about it, you can actually trick them because they see 3 plays, but you can hold a trigger and pick
Yes!
a play that you picked like 5 minutes ago.
Yes!
And it's stuck and you see your play
Absolutely.
on the DMU. So I said, and then y'all talking about this PlayStation Go.
Yes!
They had PlayStation Go a long time ago. I mean, Pokemon Go. They had Pokemon Go a long time ago. We had
Yeah.
the
Pokemon
little things on
Snap.
the big. No, because remember we had the DMU. Remember you had that
Yeah,
little pad.
yeah, we could go take it with ourselves. Yes.
Because the DMU
Same
had like 2
exact
buttons.
thing. Yes, yes,
And you
yes.
walked around and you tried to go find shit.
Well, remember the Dreamcast
So
also was the first time to implement the mic where you could actually speak to the characters within the game. Like they used it for Seaman. It was like that virtual pet that you actually had to like grow and nurture it, and he talked to you and you had to give it food, or if not it would die. It was called Seaman and you had to use it. And they had another game called Alien. It was called Alien Nation. It was like online only with the tanks and stuff, and you had to use the microphone. It was really ahead of its time, very innovative, very ahead of its time. Absolutely. Yeah, you bring back, that's funny though. Things you say. Speaking of which, to go back to something you said earlier, that Street Fighter 1, I remember, I think the only time that it came out to console, the actual first one, which was just called Street Fighter, was for the TurboGrafx 16 before the TurboGrafx 16 CD, which was called the Duo. That was the only time you saw that arcade version of the Street Fighter 1 before the phenomenon with Street Fighter 2 came out. Was on that console.
Because Philips had CDs too. Remember Philips?
Yeah,
they had
the Philips CDI. That was afterwards. Yeah. But they actually licensed some Nintendo stuff too.
Yeah, they had that bullshit ass Zelda shit.
Yeah, they actually had licensed some Nintendo.
Yeah, because I used to go to Sears because Sears had that.
Right. And then they had the 3DO, and obviously, I think everybody with Holy Grail at the time was the Neo Geo that everybody wanted, but just for the super rich. And expensive.
Also, I got a shout out to the handheld. If it wasn't for the you know what I'm saying, the Game Boy was cool, but to change the game was the TurboGrafx handheld.
Yeah, the TurboGrafx Express.
Yeah, that changed the game. And for one, I am going to pick another one up probably in a couple of weeks. The Game Gear. I remember driving Louisiana on the bad boy, out playing columns. I played what was that, the first person, you in the arcade playing Terminator 2.
Mm-hmm.
I used to sit there, and it felt like a real video game experience.
Right.
The only thing about it, you had no power pack.
Yes, the only thing bad with it was the battery, a consumption of battery.
But it man, I remember playing Joe Montana on the motherfucker. It was fun.
Yes.
And I'm gonna pick me another one up.
Yes, the battery consumption was bad, but it was definitely a nice.
Eat up some double A's in a minute.
Well, everybody's talking about the NX, that they're trying to do something new with maybe possibly having a portable that you can take with you on the fly. And basically TurboGrafx 16 by NEC did that back then, where you would take your console games, which were their micro cards, just like they had for Sega Master System. You would slide them onto the handheld and you could play the same absolute perfect version of the 16-bit game on that TurboGrafx Express. But that thing was $300 back then. It was expensive for the handheld.
Yeah, because at the time I was going to a bougie school. If anybody guys saw the Wood and the school was called La Tierra, I went to that school around the same time. And I'm gonna tell you a secret: we didn't have no damn night parties. They were all in the day parties. They lied to you. That nigga store is there right now. It ain't no bloods out there. So they put some extras on it. The pizzeria right there, I played the pizzeria they went to, I played nothing but turtle games and
Yeah,
stuff
yeah,
like that.
yeah.
But and that school don't even exist. I mean, it still exists, but it's redone now, so it don't look nothing like it. It took all the memories away. It was
Wow.
in Bungalows at the time because that was in LA. You don't get a bunch of schools that's elementary and a junior high,
Right, right, right.
and it had both. My sister was in elementary, and I was in junior high. But the junior high people go into bungalows where they had the regular school.
Right, right, right.
But it was raw, but it wasn't raw like that. What you saw in the movie, where they kind of put some extras on it. You know what I'm saying? Now that school, St. Bernard's, yeah, they had a whole lot of fine women, and my dad was like, "Since you dumbass don't want to go to school, I'm not paying for you to go to school." I'm like, "I want to go there. They got women.
You got women.
Oh, they got girls, man. I'm over here at this low budget school. Y'all got me at, man.
Right.
Got these bullet wound chicks, man. I don't want to go here."
Right, right. So Hunter didn't just pay attention to those games. He like the ladies.
I love the ladies. That's my problem right now. I love the ladies.
That's what it
I ain't
is.
married yet.
That's what it
Don't
is.
tell my old lady that though.
That's all right.
She ain't
I'll
watching.
keep the secret. I'll keep the secret. I'll keep the
She ain't
secret.
watching.
I promise.
Matter of fact, she sleep. It's 10:30. She sleep.
So good for you. At least you're in the safe zone right now. Oh man, that's funny. That's great, man. That's really great. So, honey, let me ask you something. So, I guess my next question would probably be, so how did once all this YouTube stuff started popping up and things like that, how did you yourself decided, well, you know what, let me try it out? Or did somebody bring it to your attention? Or it was just you happen to pop up on forums before that? Because I know a lot of people started on forums before the social media movement got big, like YouTube, and then people started posting videos and stuff. How did you get interested and got your start and kind of got your feet in and started doing it? Because I know you've been doing this for a while, even though your subscribers may not reflect your experience doing YouTube, but at least how did you decide, yeah, I'm gonna do it, and we're got the interest in it? What happened?
Okay, it's two parts to that.
Okay.
I used to own a laundromat not too far from my house.
Okay.
And I had an office.
Okay.
And we sit up there and we talk shit.
Okay.
We get loaded and
like
we
that
talk
barbershop talk, right?
Yeah, we just talk. So I might have a homegirl in there. You might see somebody get socked out. You know what I'm saying? Because they get loaded. So I decided to throw it on YouTube.
Right. Okay.
And me and Dog decided to do something together. Like, all right, we got the bunch of the homies together. Let's do this. So when I first started YouTube, that's what I started off. I didn't know nothing about the gaming community on it. I didn't even look at games. I mean, if I looked at it, I didn't look for who this YouTuber is or none of that.
Okay.
I didn't do that. So me and Dog started off, and my man Worm, we started off doing that. We used to sit there and get loaded. I might order pizza and buffalo wings and stuff. And, I have my customers come in and be comedians and stuff.
Right.
We were just actually sitting there acting funny.
Okay.
Just acting a fool. You know what I'm saying? And then all of a sudden, Google Plus started. And I'm not a Facebook guy, so you can't catch me on Facebook.
Okay. I respect that.
You can't catch me on Facebook. My family on Facebook, but you ain't catching me on Facebook. So Google Plus started, and I jumped on Google Plus, and then I ran into the Xbox community.
Right.
And I started seeing people doing like this. They doing YouTube. So I ran into a gentleman named One Stop for Gamers, and I thought he was a straight up Xbox dude.
Okay.
And he was posting. I started seeing people. So that's when I ran into Next Gen and them. I see people posting their videos in the Xbox community on Google Plus.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, it's a fucking video game shit. So I'm like, what? So I was still kind of hesitant to even jump my, like I don't think because I'm a people
right.
Don't
of course,
people,
something new. You kind of skeptical. Like, how you going about it? Right.
Like, I'm gonna do this and how I do that, and I was like, okay. And I made a couple of videos, and then I'm like, I'm suddy duddy dud, and I saw One Stop talk about Next Gen and his family and all that, and that night I completely snapped.
Okay.
I completely stopped. I made a video, and it's so crazy you happen to do this. I had a couple of people actually like the video that I did, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. I'm like, and I went completely off.
So basically, you
And
went off on one stuff for doing
I went on one
the
stop for
video
doing
about Next Gen and his family, right?
Yeah, the family, like
Oh,
you say,
okay.
his family burned down and all, and I lost it.
Right.
When I say I lost it, I was actually looking at it on my tablet in my room, and I saw. I'm like, is this ignorant person? So I cut the light on him off, and I did it like at 12:30 at night.
Wow. Okay.
And I lost, and I said, okay. And then when I did it, I guess people felt you felt real. And I'm like, okay, I can do this shit now.
Right.
So
right.
then, but I'm still skeptical. So then I end up running into
Pandora's box has opened.
Yeah, so then I ran into DeLeon 247. I saw her posting stuff on Google Plus.
Okay.
And I asked her to be a friend.
Oh, okay. Damn, DeLeon's been on for that long too? For a hot minute too? Wow.
He started before me doing the gaming stuff.
Wow.
So I ran into her. I said, shit, she can do this shit.
Right.
Why can't I do it? I do the dog shit. I'm crazy as hell. So why can't I do this?
Right.
So I was thinking about a name and stuff. And I'm like, I don't know. And so I just said, Mr. 100. Fuck it. I'm going to keep it 100. Mr. 100.
Nice.
Even though I don't go by that Mr. 100 no more. It's 100 now. But I just said Mr. 100. So I see that I made the video, and then by then, once I've had more subscribers than I had, I think at the time when I went up, I had like 15 subscribers. That was just from me and Dog doing the stuff at the laundromat.
Okay.
And within a day, I gained 100. And I'm like, what the hell?
Wow.
And I got people sitting there like, man, can I talk to you? And I'm like, I'm not no star. What if I ain't nobody? So it's bad me to say it, but I'm probably one of the originators of the crumb side.
Okay.
Because that's where I started. I'm not the founding member. I'm one of the originators to do it.
Right. Okay.
I went in. I used to go back and forth with them all.
Okay.
And
you don't have to mention any names, but
yeah,
you know who they are.
I was going back and forth. You make a video about me, I make a video about you.
Right.
And to me, it was fun.
Okay.
And it was fun in games. I didn't take it real personal.
Right.
But I said, then I looked at it, I said, you know what, damn, this is a nice outlet. So then I run into Cyclonus. I run into North Pop-Off Gaming. I start running into other people.
Right.
I start running. And then, I wasn't never, people you guys don't know, I'm really damn near a shy person.
Right.
100 is just a character.
Yes.
That's a character. That's somebody I just let go.
Oh, you keep to yourself.
Rashard is straight up low key. I don't bother nobody. You don't bother me. I got an ignorant side, but I don't come out too often. I'm more laid back, kick back.
Right.
That's why I try to tell people, you look at my character, that's just my character that I portray. You come in an Xbox party, you might sit there and I'm the nicest guy in the world.
Right. And I can vouch for that. I can definitely vouch for that.
Yeah. So it was just crazy. So I'm like, boom. So I'm starting to blow up.
Right.
And it's like, I was amazed. And I'm getting, hey, I get Next Gen hit me, man. Hit me up, man. And I'm like, why do you want to hit me up? And I look at it. So I'm like, man, you kind of some kind of star. I'm a nobody. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a shit about you. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even know I was going to continue doing this. So when I saw DeLeon 247 do it, I said, damn, I can do this to it.
Right.
Do it. So that's what me and her turned into Bonnie and Clyde. So we turned to Bonnie and Clyde because sometimes we mix it and it's like, okay, our chemistry kind of mixed with each other. So we started the His and Hers podcast. Okay. And start doing that. I mean, not the His and Hers and His, because I can't take off the His and His. ESPN to sue me for that one. But it was I turned it to Hers and His. And while I start doing stuff, I start getting other YouTubers that's very bigger than me start talking about me.
Oh, okay. But in a negative way, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're still in this. You're still in that. And I'm like, okay. All right. And so,
see, when you start getting hate, that means you're doing something right, though. To be honest with you.
Yeah, it start eating me up. I start loving it. I start getting like,
feeding on.
So I start taking what I just said. You know what? I'm unfiltered now. I don't give a shit. I'm gonna be something different. I don't, I don't care what nobody think. Fuck it. So I start going. I'm this bing. I'm going this how I feel. Key stuff. I don't care. And that's how 100 came to be who he was, who he is.
Right. You can. Okay.
One day we all got together and we decided to make intro media. Now,
okay.
I decided to do it on my own. I surprised everybody.
Okay.
I just sit there and say we was in a party. I said I got everybody. I said get your asses in a party. I got something special.
Okay.
Type this in, and they typed it in, even though it was under construction. They typed it in, and I was like, and they was like, "Are you for real?" I said, "I'm for real. Don't worry about nothing. I paid for the first 3 months already when I bought it."
Right. Right.
So I said, "Okay, we're gonna do it," and I said, "We're gonna do it." I said, "I'm tired of us talking about the shit in the party. Let's do it."
Right. Right.
Now it was color people like we ain't big enough. I don't give a damn. We got to make. I don't care, big or small. Like I love my women. I love them all.
Right. Start from somewhere. Right. Absolutely.
We got to build us a foundation.
Right. Absolutely.
So I'm like, wow. So I'm doing it, and me and D did it. Me and D probably made the site in 3 days.
Okay. Okay.
We probably built it in 3 days. By then I met Pothead Gamer, Infrared Beams. I ran into Cyclonus. Cyclonus is the originator of the name.
Okay.
It wasn't for him, it wouldn't have been no name. He made that shit up himself.
Okay.
And I said, you know what? I'm gonna take off. But I didn't have high expectations at all.
Okay.
And then 2 months later, I met you guys. I met you.
Oh nice.
I met you. I met Jay Long. Matter of fact, he don't. Master Chief don't understand. Half of me come from his ass because I just see how passionate he was.
Right. Master Chief did a lot of cool stuff, but he just like
and I'm like So I'm like, I kind of like, okay, it's all right to act the fucking fool.
Right.
It's okay. It's okay. So yeah, it's okay to act the fool
as long as it was from the heart, right?
Yeah, so I said it's okay. So I'm like I'm listening. Then we had that big hangout at E3. We sat there. We had a ball.
Oh, that was fantastic. Had a lot of fun.
So, and I didn't know you from here to there, everywhere. And all of a sudden, I built a friendship bond. Now, people say, "How do you do that?" Sometimes it just feels right.
Right.
It just feels right. So then I said, "Oh."
Did you ever see any of my videos before we talked or no?
No, I didn't see nothing before we talked. I didn't even know who you was.
Oh,
I didn't know who Jay Long was.
Oh, okay.
Only person I knew was Master Chief, but I got the invitation all of a sudden. I actually just made a hangout.
Right.
And they was like, "Can we join? Can we join?" I said, "Shit, man, let's do it."
Right.
Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, "Damn, let's do it." And I said, "Let's do it." And then from there, I said, "You know what? I got to it's time to crank it up." So that's when I say,
"It's time to crank it up."
It's time to crank it up. And actually, if it wasn't for intro media, I probably might be still on that raggedy ass crumb side, and I still had that in me. Sometimes I want to get real ignorant, but now I look at us as a brand.
Right.
I don't look at us like we're not individuals anymore.
Right.
I look at us as a brand. So it's certain stuff I have to stop myself. Like I'll see some shit.
Right.
Like, oh, it's time for let me off and go off, and I'm like, and then part of my mind, it ain't just you no more.
Right.
For me, starting from then and now.
Right.
You know, and I go back and look at it. I'm looking at my videos now, like I was dog shit. Who the fuck wanted to mess with me?
You started it with just being silly and not really thinking enough of it, but now you just you learn to grow and like it. You want to become maybe one day be seriously looked at as, oh, these guys are the real deal. You can go to them for the information, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, I don't. It's not about me. It's about
we, right?
And that's what I try to explain to anybody. It ain't about me. don't really want anything. I just want
Right.
us all grow. That's what I'm looking at. Like I want to, saying, because we have YouTubers out here that look at their content like, how in the hell you got these subscribers?
Right.
Because
Right.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about.
Right. Or they just bring out
What?
content and they don't really
Yeah,
know.
where your facts at?
Right. They don't
Where
really
your
know what
facts
they're talking about, like to a lot of extent.
at?
But they just, popular either because they hang around with other people that are well known or whatever the case may be. It's funny you said that because when I first started, I just basically started because I was like, well, you know what? Let me put a silly video of me doing something on YouTube, just to do it, to see how it is. And I'll do the channel. And since I'm Hispanic, I was like, well, I'll do it basically since I'm always in the living room hanging out. And just call it Misala Productions, basically. And then from there, I did I met up with I think I was watching Iron Wolf do like a Twitch of he was playing Shadow Warriors, and so I was like commenting on his thing, and then the next day I seen him and he told me, oh, join. I seen him online. Like I looked him. He told me to give me a game and tag with me, and I talked to him, Collider, Master Chief, and J Long and all them, and then they started seeing my videos and they said, yo, you like really good at what you're doing. You could, you're cool as hell, whatever. And I just said, all right, let me try it out just to see. And I'm glad, man. I'm glad because I've been able to establish so much different friendships, with you and so many other people, but not as pronounced as it is with you, J Long and E Rock and stuff like that, because everybody's different. You just made me feel like family. You know what I mean?
No,
And
I'll put this way. I was nervous when Next Gen gave me, like, man, I'll put this way. They had to sit. They actually had to ask me about like 6 times before I decided to even talk. Because I was like, I'm like, because when I played on the 360, I played poke. I played, I played, but I had a young kid at the time, and then your
right.
son want to take your controller, and then when I do play, I play mad and I talk shit with other people and stuff like that. But I didn't have like a major friend. I think on my 360 right now, I probably got I got like 15, 20 people in there.
Right.
Now
You're
my Xbox One
selective.
is different. So I didn't have that. I wasn't that type of social because I really didn't have it. I get on the game, play 3 games, we get on. I wasn't sitting there having a conversation with you. So I didn't know how to interact. Like, damn, I see his videos. Actually, I ain't gonna lie. It's crazy. I work at the airport. I see a bunch of stars, but I was kind of starstruck when somebody was like, man, get at you. Holla at me. And I was kind of starstruck. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I see how your shit doing. So when I did, it's like boom, boom, boom. And it's like, okay, okay, I got more comfortable as what I'm doing. And
Right.
even when like I say, it's like, it feels natural to me now. It's like I can
Okay.
look now, I see stuff now. Um, I kind of turn into a perfectionist to a certain extent, but I get mad. I can't really do too much stuff in one take no more. I can't do stuff in one take
Right.
because my mind goes so damn crazy, and or I might slip up. Now most people say just let it slip up and just do it. I can't do it sometimes.
Well, what's good about that is because it feels like right from the hip, like it's coming from you in your heart. You know what I mean? Right from what you're feeling, and that's what's good about it. I don't think you got to be like self conscious about that. I think no matter how you do it, that's what like I know it's your spiel, so to speak, of quote unquote, you're keeping it 100. I think it just works well with you because you do it naturally, and you can tell it's from your heart and natural, and that you like what you're doing and you mean
Because
what
it's
you're
like
saying.
like my mind might go 100 miles per hour. Like I want to do this, and then I forget about that thought. I'm like, oh, let's do it over.
Right.
Let's do it over. But if I go live, it's different. Like if I do 100 live, that's different because I
Do
feel
you
like,
feel more
okay,
comfortable that way live
I
or no?
kind of do it. I kind of because it's like my mind slows down. I know I'm live. It's all right
Right.
to mess up. It's not. It's mine. It's not mine. But when I do videos, sometimes I do 20 takes, and I get mad at
Right.
my. I might
Okay.
do 20 takes because I might mess up. Hey, I had a person say, "Hey, I'm tired of hearing yo. This is yo." I'm like, okay.
Right.
So I catch it. Oh yeah, this is Hunted from intro me. I had to learn how to and I was never a people person. I didn't like public speaking and none of that. I'm not.
Right.
If you see me a president of the United States, You probably pump me up and get me drunk before I start talking.
Well, I mean, I could be. I'll be honest with you. You know, I'm glad that you're on YouTube because I think you'll be a missing link if you weren't there. You know, I'm always looking for your stuff. You know, even though I may not comment on everything because I like to comment usually when it's something that I know one comment is gonna give you something good or a feedback that's gonna be worth something. But when you do something that I'm not familiar with too much, let's say something with sports or whatever, that I'm not really that my comment's really not gonna make a difference, I don't leave a comment. But I still watch your stuff.
Yeah,
No
I put
matter
this
what.
way. I don't comment on everybody's stuff. I put it
It's
this way.
hard. It's very hard. Yeah.
I say I don't comment because I may don't have the time.
Right.
Like,
it's hard. It's hard.
You guys are one. I want you guys to understand this. Sometimes I don't have the time to watch a 15-minute video.
Yes.
So I will watch it later, but I'll make sure when I get up, I thumbs it up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'll tell people I like it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'll go back and think about it. If I don't agree with your opinion, please don't get mad.
Right.
Because I don't agree. Don't think if I don't agree with it, I still thumbs it up. And then you be like, what you talking about?
You feed from each other. That's how you learn.
Yeah,
all that input
is good. I said it's people from my camp, from other camps. I still thumbs it up. Because you know what? I support people. You know what I'm saying? That's what the thing about it. It's a support staff. So I support people like this. You know what I'm saying? I had people say, well, why did you stick up for crap gamers for tape? But one is, did he steal some money? No. Was he a pedophile? No. We're talking about he took somebody's gameplay and was making a video out of it. Did he make any money off of it? I don't really think so.
He wasn't even talking about the game itself. He was just talking about another topic. Yeah.
So I said he just showing gameplay. He could have stole mine all day. I would have been like, man, thank you for showing my shit off.
Right.
You know, a lot of people take this shit too fucking serious.
Right. They
break it down.
It's like they've forgotten to have fun. That video games are supposed to be fun. And they've forgotten to have fun with it. You're absolutely right. And right now, for example, like I see a lot of people talking about just the gossip or the hardware and the drama going on the gaming and not the games. You know, when we have so many games coming out, nobody's talking about games. So you're absolutely right. I feel what you're saying. So I mean, that's
it's kind of important to cut it off. Cut some things. Cut it off. Like people say, why I don't change my gamer tag? Because it's parts that I don't want to talk about. Now, this is something that y'all want to know about me. If you catch me in my party, he been in my parties. We just don't talk about no damn video games. We talk about life, the moons, the quasars, the flowers in the trees, and you know what I'm saying, and the honeys and the bunnies.
Yes, yes, absolutely.
There's nothing off limits.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you got to break yourself off the YouTube.
Yeah, and I can vouch for that. Absolutely, yes. And
you got to break. Now, I might mention like, hey, you know, this old bum motherfucker was talking about me, and somebody that don't have a YouTube channel, like, man, you need to enter channel that shit and don't even worry about it. Keep on doing what you're doing. That's the support staff that you need. You don't need to sit there and talk about some shit. Oh, Bond said this. So what? He want attention.
Right. He
want attention. Let him have his attention.
That's exactly what it is. Absolutely.
So I start doing certain stuff like messing people up was they attacked me, bought some E3 with Cyclonus, and I said, God bless you, and hope God bless you and your family.
Right. Well,
and I was passing from the out of my heart. I'm not going to go in no keyboard warrior mode. I'm not going to go back and forth. I addressed the issue, and that's how I address it. And that was the end, and it ain't going to be nothing else.
Right. Well, I mean,
and that's for me being, I guess I am the head nigga in charge, but if I am that person, I'm going to show an example. Right. I told everybody,
you're going to do it with style.
If you want to do it, do it.
Right.
Let off. We only doing it one time. If you don't want to do it, don't worry about it. But this is one time only. We're going to give these boys the business. You can go hard. You not go hard. I don't care. Right. One time. We don't got to do it no more. Right. You're going to go back next day. Go back what the hell you're doing. Because one thing about it is, some people sit there and they want to use you as, how can I say? That's what people are so scared of YouTube.
Opportunists.
Looking for opportunities.
Yeah, opportunities. Yeah.
And yes, it is YouTubers. It's groups out there that looks for that. But at the end of the day, do they have your back?
Yeah, I kind of. Yeah, I kind of got that.
Have your back. And some guys, I'm not mentioning them names, that I feel they was opportunists.
Right. Well, I got kind of.
I don't like them as a person. Yeah, I don't like them. I don't dislike them as a person.
Right.
But I know what my boundaries is with them.
Right. You could tell what's the deal. Yeah.
It is. I don't dislike them as a person. They make me laugh and all that. But I see the end game.
Right.
Are you gonna leave me for hanging?
Right.
Or stuff like that.
Right.
So that's why I decided to make intro media where people don't feel that way.
Right.
That's why I made intro media for. I don't want you to feel that way. You want to feel like we got your back. Wrong or right, we got your back.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, you've making me feel like family since day one. So, I can attest for that. And it's true. You're right, though. You're absolutely right. I mean, it's easy. People look for videos for drama, but it's like I said, it seems like a lot of the channels, YouTubers and channels, without naming names, like you said, they just kind of like forgotten about gaming right now. It's all about the drama or hardware, and it just becomes kind of boring in a way.
But you know what? That's what gives views.
Right. You're right.
Negative stuff. But I'll put it this way. I got a couple of videos I've probably hit about. I think I got a PC. I think I got a PS4 era video. I think that's like 13 racks. And I was shocked about that.
Right.
But my mega hit is going after other YouTubers.
Right.
And I was like, you know what? That's cool and everything. Like I wanted to say something about Hip Hop Gamer, and I'm talking about I was renting on Xbox Live. I got something. Then I woke up the next morning like, why are you gonna do that for what?
Right.
But at the time when I got up and I saw,
it felt like a good idea.
No, I saw all the other YouTubers got in his ass. I'm like, that's the same shit I was gonna say anyway. Damn, okay. Let me right. And I have no problem. I don't have any problem with Hip Hop Gamer. I'm glad he's successful. I'm glad he's doing his thing.
Right, absolutely.
His opinion sometimes is straight up dog shit.
It just sounds like, something's wrong with this dude. Yeah,
absolutely. Straight up dog. I will party with him. I'll drink with him, but I'll tell him in his face, man, what the hell you got this had to do with racism, man?
Right.
But I do it as a funny and a crazy way. It's not like, man, I'll shake his hand all day, every day.
Right, but I think he does. I think in his case, he does it too, just for views, just to be.
It might be for entertainment, But so but it's YouTube ain't for everybody.
Right.
You gotta have a tough skin. You gotta have a tough skin in there.
Kind of learn to brush everything off too. Yeah.
I had to learn it for myself. I stepped into the melting pot. I jumped straight into the devil's den. And I just happened to survive out of it. Everybody can't do that. And I see people that does it. Now, if you do it, do entertaining. Be entertaining with it. Make it funny as hell. Like right now, my man Resurrection. Shout out to Resurrection.
Shout out.
His videos is funny as hell. I don't know if you caught that Hebot.
I probably haven't seen enough of his stuff, to be honest with you.
You got to see this next video because it's entertaining. It's funny.
Okay.
And when I'm talking about it's funny, yes, he's talking about certain YouTubers, but it's funny. It's like he's making it as a joke.
Right. Okay.
He's singing songs. It's like it's good production quality. Like we listened to it last night. I couldn't play Madden last night because I heard this shit. And he was just singing the song about this certain YouTuber. But it was funny. It's not like he hate the person.
Right.
But it was just funny. Like, okay. It was like a comedy sketch.
Comical,
like how they got the roast. You know how you got the roast?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Something like that. And I'm like, woo, I ain't gonna piss your ass off no time soon.
Right.
But that's entertaining. Like my man Killer 1316.
Yeah.
Some of his shit is off the wall, but he's entertaining.
He's trying to be entertaining. Exactly. Right.
And he's telling you, I'm not trying to be the next YouTube star. I do this shit for fun.
Right.
I'm not even going as a gaming channel. I talk about all type of shit.
You could tell he's trying to have fun and like themselves when they do the videos. You could tell.
Yeah, like Rich Tech USA, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what his theory's from, but he did it as a funny way.
Right. Yeah.
And you feeding into the madness. and he's gonna keep on getting you that work.
Yeah, he's keep giving him that work. You right about that.
I'm like, hey, don't even mention him no more.
Yeah.
That's how you get away with
Right.
it. Don't even mention. But you must feel some kind of way. And I'm like, but you got to have that tough skin, and you can't business. Like I own a computer. People don't understand. I do a computer repair business. I have to motivate myself every day to get the fuck up.
You gotta have thick skin. You gotta have thick skin. Absolutely.
Like I said, I don't want to. I didn't got to ask people about this and do this, but I learned it off of time. You know what I'm saying? I used to be a follower. Now I'm a leader.
Right.
And I was a follower on these streets. I used to gang bang. I did all the shit.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I did dumb shit. I used to try to rob. I used to rob people try to rob people with a BB gun.
Oh damn! I remember things like that. Because
that's what I was taught. That's what I was taught as a kid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I was taught. And I didn't have that because, like I said, my parents tried to provide the best, but I felt my family my dad worked a whole lot too.
Right.
So when I did start playing basketball, he wasn't there.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't there. So but then, my niggas in the streets were there.
Right.
They was there. My mom was there. I saw other people sacrifice. I'm like, why can't you? And his excuse was because I worked. But I didn't understand that
at the time
until I got grown.
Right.
And understand. See, by then I needed motivation, but I should have been motivating myself to be the best I could be. And then when I did do it, it was kind of like I said, you guys don't understand that. Before a video game, I wanted to be a basketball star. I wanted to play ball. I'm 6 feet. I got long arms. I got a wingspan of 6'4". I played high school ball. I played against Baron Davis.
Right.
I got dunked on. He played for Crossroads. I got dunked on at a UCLA tournament. One of the only persons ever dunked on me. And then the boy, and he rose. When I said he kept on going up, he kept on going up. See, I'm telling you stories. I'm telling you stories that another YouTuber won't tell you.
Okay.
He let me have it. Didn't realize at the time I went to school with him. We're the same age. We went to South Park. His grandma used to watch me.
Nice.
Kind of time.
And you didn't even know. Wow.
I didn't know that.
Oh, we live in a small world.
Yeah, so when he dunked on me, and this was like a high school game, he dunked on me. And I was like, I gave him dap at the end and said, man, ain't nobody dunked on me. Because I used to try to time people, like on the way down. Worst case scenario, I'm going to foul the shit out of you. You ain't going to dunk on me. And I was frail. You know what I'm saying? I was skinny, I was frail.
Very emotional.
So I'm like, oh, and I took basketball, I took it serious. Where I came from is, if you're my rival, we ain't no friends. Like, you got these super teams in basketball, ain't no super teams with me. I don't like you. I'm not joining up with you. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I got you.
Either you're down with the Justice League or the Legion of Doom. Pick one.
Right.
Pick one. I don't, and you know what? I have now different. You know what I'm saying? That's how much my competitive that's in me. I was competitive that way.
Right. But still in a good style, in a good way. You weren't really trying to start with nobody.
I had got a scholarship to go to LMU.
Oh, okay.
In the 11th grade. And I decided not to go to school no more, and I decided to game bang. I did some ignorant shit. I got older. I wanted to get. I always played. Think about it. I always played ball. I always. That was my thing. I played basketball like I played video games. I started going to camps because I used to shoot the ball like everybody else, but then I started understanding the game, and I'm like, okay, I want to. When the time is, I tried to make a comeback. I think I was 22. And I told my girlfriend at the time, I said, I'm going to go try out for Summer League. And I went into training, and I ripped my ankle. And I thought I broke it.
Wow.
And I go to the doctor, and he said, it ain't broke. But you tore every ligament in it. And I said, for real? But he said, it's going to feel better. You're going to be able to walk, but you ain't going to have no strength. and I was down for like 8 months to get the strength back, and I never had the explosion because I used to jump off the roof, and I didn't have the explosion, so I kind of like lost the love for it. And then people was like, so, and I was working at special ed school at the time, and I said, and I was like, what's your second love? And it's computers.
Right.
I always
Nice.
love the computers, and I decided to go to school and to get an AA in computer engineering. But did I go to do computer engineering? No. I was working at the airline at the time. I was making buku money because people want to be tech support. Tech support was paying $9. I make 17. I make 32 on holidays, and that made me who the person I am today because I've been down there. I lived in a place where I had rats, roaches like Bloods and Crips. I don't know how many people say they stepped on a roach, and the roach got back up and told them I was too legit to quit.
Wow. Right. Oh man, that's terrible.
So
That's really wonderful. A lot of that stuff that you've been talking about, how you started and all that, that's really fantastic. And I think it's a really good segue to go into my next question because I don't want to make it too long. It's already getting late on my end for a lot of people. But I want to ask you a couple more questions. So my next question, I guess, it would be, where do you see yourself? What do you want to do, and what do you want to accomplish on the YouTube scene or in gaming in general? With intro media, obviously, you've been very vocal and very detailed. But on YouTube, like what else? Like what's your next step, or at least what you want to accomplish or hope to accomplish?
I want to be my own network. That's what I
Your
want to
own
be.
network. Okay.
You got the curse, you got the freedoms, and all that.
Okay.
But I want to
Okay.
be a network that you're free. You're free to do anything. I don't care what
Okay.
you're talking about.
Okay.
We have your back. I want to be like the union of gaming. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I want to be, because I don't want to say you can't say what you want to say. That's my next venture. Um, I want to be, when you hear intro media, I want people to be. I want to be known in the industry.
So no, right. It's like when people say IGN, they know what IGN
Yeah,
is.
I want to be. I want to be known. Um, and I don't want no kiss asses. I don't want none of that. I want somebody to just be real. Do what you do.
Right.
Do I know everything? No. But if you need some, I want to be there. Hey, I want new channel art. Hey, matter of fact, let me go talk to the graphics guy. I got you.
Right.
Well, my money's short. Don't worry about it. Now, I'm not Daddy Warbucks. None of that. I'm just a dollionaire.
Right.
Just a dollar. I'll do as much as I can when I can do it. I look at new talent every day. Shout out to my girl, Lady Infamous. She just joined us.
Yeah, that's right. I saw that.
Yeah, she joined us. If you guys want to know, I've been prospecting her for the last 3 months.
Oh, okay.
If I wanted a first round draft pick, that's one of my first round draft picks.
Nice. Yeah, she's really
I've
nice.
Been looking. I've been looking. She's a gamer. She games her ass off. If you guys want to know, I've been plotting for weeks, months. I've been plotting. I have a couple of people I'm plotting on too, because I want to build us a good brand. I want us to build people that passionate about gaming. She's passionate about gaming.
Right.
She's not. She loves what she does.
Right.
She's want to speak out for the lady gamer.
Right.
And I love that.
She's part of that smaller group that doesn't really get that demographic that doesn't get that recognition. Like Delion and Titanfall Prince.
Wolf. And I'm gonna tell you some of you guys right now. Y'all need to quit doubting these girls.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put it this way. When I met Delion, from this day right now, we played Titanfall. She probably got more kills than me.
Right.
She kicked my ass. Don't suspect this because she's a girl,
right?
Or she's a woman. They game just like us. They got a brain just like us. Sometimes they brain work better than us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So don't put them down. Don't put the Titanfalls down. Don't put I'm saying
Lady Infamous.
219 down.
Right.
Lady Infamous. 219. You know what I'm saying? I
Mamacita,
follow
right?
a whole lot of people. Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
put none of these people down. They game. They probably gave more than half you times stretch y'all balls. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They play the
Right.
game.
They
They
love
here to play
gaming.
the game.
Yes. Yes.
And that's what made me fall for Lady. I watched her. I saw her persona. I saw what she did. I ain't gonna say I stalked her, but I look at it.
Right. You were observing all her moves and
I'm
seeing
like,
where she's
and I
coming
did it
from.
from
Right.
far. And I did it from far away.
Right.
You know, she came in the party. I wanted her to. We didn't talk about no game. Matter of fact, I think our worst. We went to war. We played Spades, Hollywood Spades. Me, Pop Up Gaming, my homegirl Jenny. We got into a thing, and we had war. And I loved the competition. Now we kicked their ass. The next night she came and found me. I need that work again.
Oh.
And blew and worked me. That's what made me like. That's a game. That's what I
But
want.
she's legitimate. She was a pure gamer. Yeah. I had the privilege to be in a podcast with her. I believe it was with I think it was with Young Kano when he invited me on.
Yeah.
I think she was there, and I believe K Mega was there too. It was nice. She was really nice. Yeah, it was really, we had a good time.
And you guys, if you hear this, go subscribe to her channel. She puts out more content than I do.
Right.
And you guys don't want to know why I don't do it every day, because sometimes I'm in the background.
Right.
Getting stuff together. You know,
you're doing the
I run a business and I got the
undercover work. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff. I'm trying to make sure the website is together. I actually own a business. I had the kids for the summer. I had a whole lot of stuff coming on. Yeah, you're gonna get more content. If you catch me late night, like when I get off of here, I'm going on the Xbox and I'm on the Twitch. I don't know when I'm on Twitch yet. And I Twitch and I talk shit.
Right.
That's what I do.
I still haven't been able to check out any of your live Twitch either because of the time difference.
I talk shit. I Twitch and talk shit, and I'm gonna try. If I don't make a video, I'm start trying to post my Twitches. You know what I'm saying? My Twitch screen, I'm gonna try to upload them and upload them to YouTube, because people say they kind of like that more out of me too. When I sit there and I might be playing a game, and I'm like, damn, she got a fat ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing something.
They can have fun with you, right? In real time, live, yeah.
And like you said in your question, I'm not trying to be the next YouTube star. I'll probably be the next Food Network star before. You know what I'm saying?
Ain't nothing wrong with that when you show those barbecue grills that you be doing all the time.
And what do you
see your work?
I do want you guys. I do want everybody from Intro Media to try to go to E3 this year. I'm putting a plan together.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm putting a plan together, but I want to throw a big bash at my house. I want to get on the grill, and I want to blow a big bash, maybe the second to last day of E3. I want to throw a big bash, and I only need to go to E3 one time. But I want to throw where we have next year. I want everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And we have a good time as gamers.
Right.
And everybody gets to know each other's personality.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That'd be nice.
Even the PlayStation game, everybody's welcome. I get on the grill, and I just need a day. Might have to tell my cousin to come help my ass. And we get it a day and we go blow it up like the bomb.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's his excuse to take off work anyway. He's like, man, I'm gonna do this show on Wednesday. You don't know you want to go to work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're tired of air conditioners. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, matter of fact.
The air conditioner, man.
Come help me.
It's been hot, man.
Because my cousin does a central air and heat for LA Unified School District. So
okay.
I might say, hey, if I plan something ahead of time, I do it. I got 2 grills. He can cook from the house and just bring it over in the morning.
Right.
But I want to do it everything. I even make some, asparagus stuff for the vegetarians. You know what I'm saying? Get some real life, people say that Californians can't barbecue. We can barbecue.
Yeah.
You got the Carolinas and all. I get down with the get down. I try to perfect that craft. I like to cook. So
right.
I wouldn't mind having the Tim Dog. Everybody just come to my house. I'm not that far from E3. Because E3 is at the convention center. I'm probably maybe 20 minutes away. No traffic.
All right. Right.
So everybody come, hang out, take pictures. I buy a tent. You know what I'm saying?
That's definitely something that would be like
Put in my
really, really
backyard.
nice.
I want it.
Eh,
And that's what I want. That's my goal to do. If it doesn't happen, I'm not mad. But that's what I want to do, and I want to give back to the gaming community. The subscribers is welcome. I might go find a random at E3.
I,
You know what I'm saying? You want to come
well,
in? You hungry? You want to come in?
I really wanted to happen so I could meet you in person. You know, I would love to meet you in person. You know, have a good time. Shit, day.
You know
You
what
know what I
I'm saying?
mean?
If
So,
you ain't, I got a big house, but only got 2 free rooms right now. So yes, I got one mega big room. I got a master bedroom that you can have, and you know what I'm saying, you and somebody and their old lady, and then I got a guest room down here with me. And you know, saying I blow some air beds if you can't afford a hotel, because when they come to E3, them motherfuckers is high.
yeah,
So
yeah,
uh,
yeah.
I do the best I can to accommodate you. If you know what I'm saying, I look for hotels. Like I said, if you talk to me, you get to know me.
Right,
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I'm not. I got told I'm antisociable at a time. No, I'm not antisociable, but this is the time that I do get on. I don't want to talk about the video game politics
Right,
sometimes. I
right.
don't.
You just want to chill and have fun and play games
Yeah,
and
I
just
just want to
move
chill,
on.
play games.
Plus,
Like me,
you have a time difference too. You know, you're on
yeah,
the
I'm pretty.
Pacific Standard Time, right?
Yeah. So I told him
Mm-hmm.
it's like early for me. It's like it's 11. But you know what? You say that, but I'm mad at Sega because Sega forever 3 hours ahead of me.
No, he's
He's
right
3 hours. He in
now
Hawaii.
for him it's
It's 11
no
my time,
no
so it's 11 my time. It's
for him
11:22.
it's like
It's
it's a
it's
6 hour
9.
difference. I know
No,
yeah, it's 9. Yeah, it's like 9 o'clock. Yeah.
no, it's 8. It's 8 his time. It's eight
I
twenty
know
two his time.
it's early
The
out for
sun
him
just
right
went
now.
down. Yeah, the sun went down.
Yes, yes.
So when I be sitting here posting videos, I was like, oh damn, this like my time, but it's 3 hours ahead. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a night out too. If you guys, anybody, you guys want to hit me on Xbox, I'm welcome. If my party is closed, just say, hey, this is Hunted. Hey, Hunted, man, I'm a fan of
Yes.
yours. Just hit me up. I'll, I'll send you an invite because you know it's a lot of crazy people on that
Yeah,
you can hang out.
that's how I remember. I asked you to go into an invite and talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I remember. I remember, and you said, "Yeah, come on
No,
in." Yeah, man, I remember that.
no,
That was
no,
awesome.
I don't have no problem talking to anybody. You might catch, you know, sometime next year to pop in when he feel like it with his old North Crow having ass. Uh, you might, you never know. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a cool person. If you get to know me, like
Yes,
I said, this ain't
yes,
Hunter you talking to. You talking to a shard. That's who you talking to. That's what I try.
Rashard,
That's what
absolutely.
I try to tell. I'm like, you just talking. I'm a regular Joe. That when I turn into that character, yeah, I lose my damn mind. I don't care. I don't care about you, your video game system, your piece of plastic. That's just a character. That's just like you're a movie actor. Denzel, yeah. You know what I'm saying? How many characters he turned into?
Right.
That's just a character. But that's just not me. You know what I'm saying? Get to know. I get a lot of people that, oh yeah, this and that. Get to know who I am. You know, I have to tell the glitch community on YouTube, you guys don't know me. That's just a character that I portray.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
I might bash PlayStation and that, but that's not. At the end of the day, I really don't give a damn because I don't get paid by none of them.
Absolutely. Right. Right. You just a
But I
gamer,
said
man.
I said I'm just trying to entertain. That's entertainment,
Yes. Yes. But
and
doing,
that's
when you try to
break it off.
entertain, but you try to entertain doing something that you love and you show it with what you do. You know what I mean? And that's what counts. You know, that's what makes you stand out and be different. You know, which is great. It's fantastic.
Yeah, so I said this. I said you got the. A lot of people can't break off the two.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know, break off the two, and that's why I want to break off the two. I don't want nobody. You know, saying you get it, you gonna catch me. You know, like hey, you know, matter of fact, my boy Tuck Master. Shout out to Tuck.
Oh, I love
Tuck mixed
Tuck.
me
Tuck
up.
is awesome. Yes. Tuck.
But Tuck mixed me up because when we in a podcast, he calls me Bone. Well, when we ain't in a podcast, he calls me Honey. And I'm like, because it's very rare you'll hear me somebody call me Honey unless they're just new, and eventually they'll sit there and like, okay, that's Bone.
Right. I think I call you. I
That's
think I
Red Bone.
call you
Yeah,
100 every once in a while.
yeah. Every
Uh,
now, but I understand that I understand that's what people do. It is slips. I understand all that. It's I understand that, but it's not. It doesn't bother me. Uh, you know, it's certain people. You know, what I'm saying I'm like, okay, I know who is who. Like, okay, oh, you call
Right.
me Hunted, you must know me from this and that. Or, or I get people, oh, watch your videos. I'm like, you watch my videos? I don't watch my own videos,
Right. Right.
because I'm a humble I am humble. I understand that, you know what I'm saying? And that's all I want to portray to people. I'm a humble person. And if I
Yeah, you
step
don't
something
gotta tell
big,
me. I mean,
I ain't did it on
what you
purpose. It just
like
come.
I said, like you've always done things for me, so I could definitely tell the audience and people that may not know you to this point have heard or spoken with you that you're very kind and you have a big heart and you care, man. You really do. You really care for the community. You really care for friends and you really care for the YouTube community. Big time. I can definitely say that. So your goals, man. I think you're having success, even though it may not show. Uh, I hope I don't keep bringing your website down because it seems like nobody want to subscribe to me, but that's all right.
No,
you
I'm
know,
gonna do it. I know the thing about it. My website, you don't have to subscribe to it. It's just a place to visit. Just go sit there. I
yes,
have
absolutely,
now. Do I have my own gaming news? No, I have an SSR feed. Shit, I
right,
can't write
right,
nothing. I don't write. Now I'm looking for writers. I'm looking for anybody. I don't care if you was
right,
a
right,
phony, a bot, a PC extremist. I don't give a damn.
right. Yeah, I'm
I'm a
thinking about
writer. You
writing a
see?
blog. I'm thinking of writing a blog about the Sega Master System soon on your
Yeah,
on
yeah,
the site.
yeah. And if you do that, just send it to me, and I'll load it up. I'm not a. I put this. You guys don't understand. My favorite subjects in high school and school was um, U.S. history,
Mm-hmm.
math.
Nice, nice. I
That's
love
what I
math too.
love, and that's what I love. I can't. I don't. If you see me messing on the tweet, it ain't on purpose. I don't like English.
Ah,
I don't
right.
fucking English.
Keeping
I
it
don't like
on
that
it.
shit.
Exactly.
I
Right,
don't like
right,
that
right.
English. So I'm not. That's for one. Is I hate to write. I used to hate writing essays and stuff like that. When I was
Mm-hmm.
at the airport, I hate writing reports because you have to get it right.
Right. Right,
When they
right,
ask me,
right.
I'm like, man, why did you do this dumb shit, man? I gotta go write a fucking 50-page report on this shit. But
Oh wow.
but it came with the territory. I'm like, man, I told you,
Absolutely.
man. Oh, I should fire your ass right now. You glad you went home?
Right,
You
right,
glad
right.
you went home? I thought I gotta write a report on this shit. I don't feel like writing this shit. But when I have to, I have to. But I don't want to. I mean, that's not my thing. I'm not a. I'm not a. I told people this. I'm not a journalist. I'm a YouTuber. I'm gonna give you, and I want to be a YouTuber where I don't want to talk. Now I'm a tech guy, but I don't want to talk about no CUs, no teraflops, and all that.
Right.
Like I say, you guys need to check my video because I had never thought the day that I see gamers talking about motherfucking teraflops.
Right, right. They don't even know what it means.
A lot of these motherfuckers don't even know how many motherfucking units is in a goddamn gigabyte.
Right,
So right now
right.
you know what's in a terabyte. But it's some people out there and they can make it sound like they know it, but they really don't know. I really don't.
Right, right. Yeah, because I'm a tech guy myself, but you don't you just if you like something,
Yeah.
you like something. You like being a tech guy for what it is to make a living, but to play your games, you don't really care about technology in that way. As far as gaming, you like console, and that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. No,
So
I can talk the nerd game, but you ain't gonna understand what I'm talking about. Like, yeah, this
right, right,
transistor is gonna go to this.
right. Not
I
everybody
don't
can
want to be
relate
boning.
with
I
it.
want to be. If I do explain it, I want to explain it in real life shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right,
hey, if we was in a football field, and we had 1,000 people in this, we had over 100,000 people in the stadium. That part of the stadium equals a megabyte. This is one half, but it still sound like school. I want to sound like school.
right.
I want
You
to
want to
sound
make
like,
it
hey,
feel fun and natural.
yeah,
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 yeah. I
yeah.
got you.
So that's why
I
you
get what
guys don't
you.
want to hear. Yeah, that's why I don't. You guys don't hear me saying I'm talking about the C. I understand what a CU is, but
Right.
people don't. That's a computer unit. I understand it,
Yes.
but I told a person, tell me
They don't know, but
what's the
yeah, they're talking
definition of
about it.
RAM. Y'all talking about, oh,
Right.
this got DDR3. What is DDR?
Right.
Explain it
Right.
to me first. Oh, you trying to
Dedicated
break it
man
down? Yeah.
for video.
Explain that to me. And
Yeah.
yeah, because like I said, when I went to school, I had to learn all these damn acronyms. I had this class. I had tested this on acronym.
Right.
I had to find out how many. I had to take tests how many megabits make a gigabit. And at the time it wasn't even gigabyte at the time. It was megabyte. When I
Megabytes.
started school,
Yeah, remember with the
I had
floppy
to find
disk,
out how many
the big
kilobytes.
on the
Yeah, how
floppy
many
disk you put
kilobytes
up.
make a megabyte.
They don't even know
I'm
what that
fucking looking
is.
at
And then
bro.
it became a
Yeah,
hard disk.
yeah,
After that, it was a 3.5
yeah.
quarter-inch
And people
hard
talking about.
disk.
I wanted to tell somebody who was talking about. I said, how many gigabytes in a regular DVD?
Right, right.
And he was like, oh, well, 2. No, it ain't. It's 4.7. It's look at your DVD. It tell you on the DVD. But I don't want to be that. I want to be more like entertaining. Like, yeah, man, they talking about these teraflop shit, but man, motherfuckers don't even know about a teraflop. They know about
Right.
They don't even know about a
Yes.
triple gainer. They don't know about a triple lux. You know what's a triple? They might know about a triple lux than they know about a terabyte. Because
Right.
and then they were like, what's a triple lux? You ain't never saw Nancy Kerrigan in them. You ain't never saw skating. You never watched the Winter Olympics. That means
Right. Right.
your mind is not there.
Well, it's like you said. They're not talking about games. They're talking about flops,
Yeah.
resolution, frame rate, dedicated servers, and that's the thing. That's it. Almost feels like the direction of gaming right now is like at a whole different way, and gaming is not what's being. That's why I like to try to talk about games all the time on my channel, or something related to games. I don't like to just talk about the drama stuff that's going on, even though I
Yeah, like
know it gets a lot of hits. I know it.
yeah, but I ain't trying to go into I try to feel like people like, okay, he's an average person.
Right.
I can, you know what I'm saying? Like, anybody can read something and repeat it, but do you really
Yes.
understand it?
Right. Right. Right.
Like I
Absolutely.
tell people, I can't change no oil in the car, but I can build a computer blindfolded.
Yes. Absolutely. Right. Right. Absolutely.
I don't give a, you know what I'm saying?
That's the
I
same
can't
thing
tune
here. Yep.
my Ford Motorsport. I can't tune up my car for shit. I gotta have my 10-year-old son tune up my car
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
because my son is into cars.
Right.
He's into cars.
Hey, but like at least
But
you be honest. You're honest about it. You're keeping it real. Like I said.
I can't shit. You know what I'm saying? I know what it shit. 10 years ago, I found out what an alternator was, or where the oil go in, where the water. I knew what water go in, but I didn't know how to put the oil in. I didn't know what's synthetic or
Right.
non-synthetic. I didn't give a
Right.
fuck
Right.
about that. Well, I can tell you how to do some crazy shit on the computer.
Right. I
I can
learned
tell
the
you how
hard
to.
way. I learned because I used to drive taxi for about 6.5, well, 5.5 years. So those cars break down a lot because they're always constantly running. So I had to learn, but I learned the hard way. The fundamentals, so to speak.
I had my old lady talking about how this happened. I don't know. Well, how you build computers? You don't know about the
Right.
work. I'm not
Right.
a
Right.
mechanic.
Right.
You
Right.
get
Right.
from a
I'm
mechanic?
like one, but it doesn't mean I am one. Right. Right.
Yeah, I don't know.
So,
I
honey,
know.
right. Right. That's funny though. That's funny. You're absolutely right. That's too funny. So honey, so now that speaking of tech, so are you in for, are you all in for the 4K movement, or like are you I
Yeah,
don't I thought
yeah.
if I'm not mistaken, you originally want to wait for Scorpio, but I
No,
guess now that you're seeing that S,
no. I
you're
never. I was
sold on
gonna get
S.
S regardless.
Oh, were you?
Get
Okay,
S
okay.
regardless. No. I have the 5 gigabyte here on the 23rd.
Nice, nice. That's what I'm
Cause
trying to get myself.
I didn't need the 2 terabyte or need the 1 because I got a 5 terabyte external drive. That's a good thing about the Xbox. And I actually saw a dumbass article talking about putting another drive in your S. What the hell, Jesus? It's external drive.
Right.
Take it out of your face.
Right.
I need to find that article. I might blow that motherfucker up tomorrow.
So are
I
you
need to find that
excited
article.
about it or what?
Yeah, but now I'm in the business of buying a 4K TV.
Yes,
And I
yes.
found out
You
Vizio
need a
was the
router.
M.
Well,
I
I
found
got
out Vizio. I found out Vizio with the M series. They put out a code for it so it can get the HDR10. Cause I like Vizio. I like Vizio more than anybody.
I got me one. I got me one. As a matter of fact, I got it in today. We can talk about it later on after. Yeah. It's pretty nice. But
yeah. So I'm in. I'm looking. I'm in looking for the TV.
People gotta
But I got
understand,
it.
like you said, people gotta understand though. You need to get a router that runs 4K at 5.3 millipedes. You need, which is not as cheap. Those are about $400. You
What do you mean
need
a
to,
router?
the
No, you don't
router
need to.
to run
No,
high speed streaming.
no, I
To
don't
get,
care about streaming. No, I don't worry about the streaming.
I'm saying for
I just
those who
want.
like
I want
want
the.
it with
No,
the
for one
streaming
is
like Netflix,
yeah, but
you need that as well.
no, no. My what you call it can stream it. It's off the bandwidth. You just need the
Right,
bandwidth.
the bandwidth as well with the high speed
Yeah, you just need yeah,
internet
you need
as
the
well.
bandwidth.
Yeah.
So AKA you plug that shit up to your Xbox.
Well, in my house,
So
I need the router
ain't no
too
yeah,
because
ain't no Wi-Fi. Now if you need the
there's a
Wi-Fi,
lot of things that a lot of
go
people
get that.
using that signal.
Yeah, you need to get that net gear where you can sit there and determine who gets what and who not get what.
Right, right.
Um, the
The
streaming thing,
software.
I don't really get the streaming thing. I'm not really into. I don't. I'm getting it for the video games. I don't give a damn about the Netflix.
Right, you want right, right.
I don't give a shit about the Netflix. If I decide to go get a, you know what I'm saying, a disc, I do.
Well, the software has to be 4K.
I have other outlets that can give me 4K quality.
Right.
I have other outlets.
You need the four.
I ain't gonna say where I get it from, but I can get 4K outlets. And no, I ain't pirating the shit. It's the other outlets that you guys don't know. AKA it's called Cody. But I'm gonna leave that alone because I got a little moment. You got to shut the hell up. But I can stream in 4K off of that.
Nice.
And it's open source. I can stream off of 4K off of that.
Right,
so,
right.
And the Xbox will take it.
If you're running home theater like myself, you need a 4K receiver. You need the 4K HDMI. There's a lot to it. People just don't think.
Yeah, but
it's not just that's
it's ways around it. It's way, and I'll put this way.
Well, perfect 4K experience. That's how it's supposed to be done. But
I know something that you don't need that much bandwidth because the person is pushing the most uploading speed. They're pushing the bandwidth. You're just taking it down. So if you want to, I'll put this way: if you really want to run 4K, you want to stream, at least have 50 down. At least have 50 down. If you got 100 down, yeah. If you have 100 down, you're in the game. You're straight up in the game, but is 4K content? Are we ready for 4K content? No. Most people just moving up to 1080p.
It just got to that 1080p sweet.
That's that 1080p. Right. The average, if you go knock on 100 doors, I guarantee you might get 2 out of 100 doors that got even know what 4K is.
Right, right. Well, I think even the TV networks are still doing 1080.
Ain't nobody.
They don't even do 1080p.
And the only company I know that's doing 1080p right now, and it's on most of their channels, is Dish Network. I mean, DirecTV and AT&T.
Right,
so they merge together.
Right.
That's you're getting.
And then of course you got your Hulu's and your Netflix that run 1080p.
No, but that's not native. It's upscale. It's not.
They're upscaling as well.
Yeah, they're upscaling. So it's not native. It's your TV is doing the work. So it might. Okay, and I'm gonna tell you guys. Shout out to Killer 1316 for breaking this stuff down. And I had to end up researching it myself. A lot of these 4K Blu-ray players, I think Rich Tech USA and I think Yara is saying that's not true 4K. Long as it's upscale, it's better than 1080p. So yeah, it might have been made in 2K, but it's upscaled to 4K because anything, if your player and your TV is going to upscale it.
Yes, and so the upscalers on them are top quality most of the time anyway.
Yeah, just like I tell people with Xbox. I downloaded the game the other day, shocked me, and it's fun as hell. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum. And it got
I've been seeing you playing that religiously. Yes.
And that game looked hella good. I saw it at the beginning and I think it was a PlayStation. 3 or 2 game or something like that, and they
Originally,
the
you
shit,
mean?
yeah, the shit looks good because the Xbox One has an excellent upscale chip.
Oh yeah,
Everything
it's
looks
top of
real
the
good.
line. That game was 720p on the 360, but it's really nice. Yes,
And I was
it's
shocked.
funny because people got to understand too. People don't get like when like Killer Instincts, for example. Killer Instincts net coded at 90 frames per second, but that's for that means the animations on the game on each characters individually are running at 90 frames per second, but the actual graphics in the game and the frames and the backdrops and the foreground are all in 60 frames. But that's why they said net coded at 90 frames. And that makes a big difference because if you don't, a lot of people don't know, like games like Guilty Gear on the PS4, they run at 1080p, 60 frames per second, but the animation is running like at 20 frames per second.
And, and
If you
people got
look
to
it up,
understand this too. And people got to understand it with fighting games is it's no servers.
and that makes a difference when you're playing.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
don't
it's
feel
no
as
server.
smooth or as
Yeah,
fast,
it's
even
no
though it
server.
looks like it's right, right.
Yeah, it's no server.
You
It's
get that
peer to peer.
latency. Get that latency.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's peer to
absolutely,
peer.
absolutely,
So if
absolutely.
the net code ain't right, if the net code can't balance it out, like Killer Instinct,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Mortal Kombat got a way better net code, even though I ain't playing
Oh
mine
yeah,
Killer
yeah.
Instinct. I
They
want to play
feel
that shit.
smooth and fast and
It's
no
Killer
latency.
Instinct was one of the first games that net code worked just right.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
feel like the person was playing right next to you
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if it's a back end server game, saying the service helping thing out to guess your movements and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
when Mortal Kombat came out, I heard the net code was dog shit.
Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Yes, I can vouch for that because my son would complain
Uh,
about it all the time,
mhm.
that he
So
hated it. Then they fixed it, kept updating it, and I think now with the ultimate version of Mortal Kombat, it runs
it,
really
it worked. Yeah, it worked.
decent.
Now,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
me and K Mega was playing Neo Geo the other night, battle
Right,
scene,
the
and well,
Coliseum
we get
battle.
this. Yeah, and we can see the amp, and we felt like we was playing. I didn't feel like no lag.
Right.
And he lives in
Okay.
OKC because by
Right.
then most fighting games are peer to peer.
Right. Right.
So it took. So if
Except
I
Killer Instinct right now.
yeah, so a net code can sit there. If the net code is right, it can sit there and say, "Hey, his bandwidth ain't mega fast, but his is." So let's put it all together, and let's join as one.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So um, every fighting game, like I say, every fight. It's not like Halo 5. Halo 5 is on a dedicated server. The server helps out
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
That's dedicated
Yes.
servers full a whole lot.
Big difference. Yes.
Please respawn. Do not fuck up Titanfall 2. Please don't fuck it. Because the shit drop, I'm going in video first. Y'all ass shit. You could have used Microsoft
Yeah, you're
shit.
cutting out, huh?
I'm cutting out. You hear me?
Yeah, no, I think. Yeah, I can hear you just botting out a little bit.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's where you are, but yeah, no, you're right. I don't think Respawn's going to do that. I think they're actually going to use the Azure servers. They
I
already
heard
confirmed
it
that.
was
Yeah.
yeah, I heard they're gonna use it. And I think they're gonna use Google
Mm-hmm.
for the
The one for
PC.
Google is for like PlayStation and PC. Yeah, either Google
Yeah.
or Amazon, one or the other. But those are supposed to be high
Uh-huh.
rated too, supposedly. But yeah, but for the Xbox, they're keeping it the same, which is great. That's
Yeah,
great
and I
that they
don't
didn't change it.
and that crossplay shit, y'all gotta throw that shit out the window. Don't worry. I hate what the
Well, I mean,
crossplay.
it would be fun with PS4, maybe with Xbox guys, but with the PC guys, not really, because those guys are just a bunch of
No, I
bullies
played
and hard-headed people most of the time.
Killer Instinct with PC guys. We joined the party they joined the party with us, and I played,
Well,
and it was no different.
a lot easier to play with because you
Uh,
use controllers. But I'm talking about something like a first-person shooter, like a Halo. In years, that's hard
yeah, no,
to
you
play
break that.
against
No, you
them.
break that off. No, you break that off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You break that off. You break that
Definitely.
off.
So, honey, look, I have like a fun question for you. I kind of
Uh-huh.
trying to do it as the question I do in all the episodes, to kind of close everything down. We've been talking for a long time. Been a nice conversation. But this is the question I've asked, and I'll ask you. Out of all the games you played, so far, in all your life of gaming and experience of gaming, what's the most obscure game you've ever played that maybe a lot of people didn't like, a lot of people didn't know about, or when you tell them, oh yeah, you ever played this, they're like, what the hell is that? But yeah, it was a really good game that resonated really well with you, that you liked, that you enjoyed, and that you always remember good memories, and you always like playing. At any point, like that's obscure, that's not really well known, that you can think of. And then after you tell me, I'll tell you one that I remember.
I got one that's recently that people ain't never played. They don't want to play it.
Recently?
And it's kind of popular. It's kind of popular. The name is kind of popular, but people didn't play it. And I'm telling people to play it because it brings you back to the roots of the game. Resident Evil Revelations 2.
Which one? Oh,
Revelations 2.
Resident Evil?
Yeah, Revelations 2. No, hang on. No, it ain't. I got one. That was I'm thinking from my mind clicked in. A game that a bunch of people didn't play because it came on the Dreamcast. Resident Evil Veronica.
Yeah.
Not the X. A lot of people didn't play. They slept on that game. That game was incredible.
Yes, it is. I own it, and I got the one for the 360 version that came out.
And I ain't got that. They make it backwards. I'll go play it again. But that story, that thing, I was shocked because I was surprised it wasn't a cult favorite. I didn't. Why? Because it came out on the Dreamcast. The shit was fire.
Yes, that's why I say when those people say that the PlayStation fans say, "Oh, I'm a fan of the Resident Evil series," or when they say, "Oh, I'm a fan of Shenmue," I'm like, "Look, I remember those were the same guys that were like, oh no, I'm gonna wait for the next year to get the PS2. I'm not gonna get the Dreamcast." Like, it was wrong to own a console that was offering you so many amazing games in such a short time, like Echo the Dolphin and Total Berserk and Resident Evil Code Veronica and Soul Calibur and Sega Bass Fishing and I mean, the list keeps going on and on. Power Stone, Cannon Spike, Shenmue. How many people didn't play Shenmue? And they were like,
if it wasn't for Power Stone, would be no Smash Brothers.
Right. Absolutely.
Wouldn't have been no Smash
Absolutely. But that's definitely a good pick. Maybe not as obscure because people probably heard of it, but I think you're absolutely right.
But a lot of people I talked to didn't know Veronica existed.
They didn't play it because they just skipped it because it was on Dreamcast.
No, they didn't know. They didn't know it exists.
Really? Right. Okay.
They didn't know it exists. They thought
right.
Resident Evil.
Something else like 3.
The prequel. No, the prequel to Resident Evil 2. What was that one?
Oh, Zero. Yeah, when they just came out, Zero. Yeah, okay. The
one with Nemesis in it. Resident Evil Nemesis.
3.
Yeah, and that was
Resident Evil 3 Nemesis.
That's a prequel.
Right. Okay. That was the one with Joe Valentine the whole time. Yeah, I remember. I own it on Dreamcast too.
I said, "What's called it kills that shit." Veronica kills that.
Right.
Veronica
was in
Veronica
3D
goes to the
time, remember?
And I said, Veronica goes
full 3D.
I said, Veronica goes on to the story. Fuck Raccoon City.
Yes.
Motherfucker got dope.
Claire Redfield was looking for Chris Redfield, her brother.
Yeah. Yes. And I said, why we keep on going back? Why we keep on going back to Raccoon City? Raccoon City got fucked over. It's blown up. When I left that bastard, it was blown up. Why y'all people? I don't want to give a damn what happened hours ahead of time. I already know what I did. This shit gonna get blown up.
right. No, Resident Evil Code Veronica, you're absolutely right. Was really underrated.
You're stuck on the island. You're stuck on an island.
And it was good. Yes. And she was looking for her brother, Chris. Yes. It was
and her brother found her. You know what I'm saying? She said, "Oh, I got my brother." You actually got to text the characters. Like, I want that character.
Then you change characters to another character in the middle of the game too. I remember, if I'm not mistaken.
And then you end up turning to Chris because Chris is trying to find.
It was the first full-blown 3D polygon.
It's the first time that you found a character that was a cross-dresser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. Yep. That was an excellent pick. If I had to think one scalar for the Xbox OG, It's with a little dragon. Really fun platformer. They use those elements that you see in games like Jet Set Radio and Sunset, where you actually had to grind on these pipes to get around the worlds and stuff. And he looked like a little dinosaur dragon. It's called Scalar. It came out of PS2 as well, but that was an excellent little platformer that a lot of people didn't play for the OG Xbox. Yeah, huh?
I got a question for you.
Yeah, sure.
What
Go
game
ahead.
just pissed your ass off? I know my game. What game on any system that had you down there saying "fuck this shit"? I'm gonna throw the shit away.
That pissed me off. I honestly, the only game I could remember that put me like that to the point where I just wanted to break it. One on Genesis, I was one called Herzog Zui. Then on Nintendo NES, it
Yeah, I
was the
remember
Ninja
Herzog. Yep,
Gaiden.
damn, that's old. Damn.
Yeah, and then on freaking on the NES was the Ninja Gaiden. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that game pissed me off. And then on like I don't know, like there's a couple of them, but that's a good question actually. I like that. Yeah, there's a lot of them. Yeah, there's been a couple. Ninja Gaiden on the OG Xbox made me want to break the control.
The
So
only
yeah,
game
there's a
that got
couple.
me
That's a good question.
the only game that got me was this, and people sit there like, then you got the original Kid Icarus. I hated that shit.
Yes, Kid
I went
Icarus
through
was
straight war.
hard. Yeah,
You
yeah.
get to and you did all this, and think about it, they give you all them hearts. But then when the more you level up, they're taking like 6, 7 hearts from you. Like,
Yes. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yeah, that was
now, did I
hard.
beat it? No, because I actually sit there and threw the controller down. Like, this is some bullshit.
You said, "Fuck it, I'm not playing."
No, but think about it, because that's the time when you had your friends come over and all that, and you try to, because one can beat a board better than you can beat the board. You trying to beat it. I ain't never saw nobody beat it at all. I ain't trying to look for the
Right.
That's how much I despise that damn game. And we ain't talking about the new Kid Icarus. We talking about the original Kid Icarus. You know what I'm saying? People saying Ghouls and
The
Ghosts.
one for the NES. Yeah.
I already know I wasn't beating Ghouls and Ghosts.
Ghouls and Ghosts is also another hard. Oh my god.
But I ain't beating this. I played that shit. It took a lot of quarters from, but I realized I wasn't beating that. But Kid Icarus had me into the game. Like, okay, I got to do this. I got to do this. I got to do this.
Yeah.
And then fuck
Still
this shit.
found the.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. At the end of the day, you're like, oh hell no. You just want to break the controller. Yes.
Yeah, and then you go back the next day. It's like, okay, I'm gonna beat this. And then your homie come over like, man, you passed that level. Yep. And then you can't do it, but he can do it because he refreshed.
That would get you madder. That would get you even madder.
Yeah, I'm like, how you go through this shit? But then we get to this one part, like, man, we done died like over 2,500 times. Like, you know what? You want to go outside? Yeah, I want to go outside. Fuck this shit, man. Where this cartridge at? I'll throw this shit in the trash. I wish I would have kept it. I ain't been. It got to a point we said, fuck it. Man, we ain't possible.
Ain't bother. Yes.
I'm not bothered with it no more. We got a new game up, man. What we finna? Oh, you got something new? Oh, okay, let's get that, man. Let's go play some old Kung Fu. At least we know we can beat up on that. Let's get some motivation.
Yes. Shit, there was a lot of games. That was a good question, though. Absolutely. There's a lot of games I could think of off the top of my head that were like, oh, had you that borderline but want to break that controller, you damn. And Kid Icarus was definitely one of them. Absolutely. Mega Man was another one. Yeah. Damn.
Mega Man didn't piss me off because I already had a feeling.
Right. You said, fuck it. Right.
I don't give a damn about this shit. I played it just for fun. If I do it, I do it. I don't, I'm not getting mad because Kid Icarus has already fucked it up for me already. So I'm
yes, that's it.
This for fun.
Mega Man couldn't do anything any worse that would piss you off even more. Absolutely.
I'm like, dude, I try to play all of them. Like, yeah, man, Sandman, there's Razor Man. Yeah, if I get it, I get it. I get it. I don't. You know what I'm saying? I know I can kick somebody's ass in that, and let's just go to work.
Right.
Yeah, man.
Well, 100. Listen, I am so glad I finally got to do this with you. I am so grateful. Thank you so much for taking out the time. I mean, we could talk all night, to be honest with you, because I have fun talking with you. I just got to kind of shut it down soon. It's 3 in the morning. It's 3 in the morning by me. I got to be up at 9. You know
Oh
how it is. But
yeah.
I'm so grateful that you came as a guest. I'm so, it's been fantastic talking to you. Like I said, it always is. You make me laugh. You're so funny saying silly stuff, and I could relate with you because I grew up like that. Like you as well in the streets, and gaming was the same way with me in a lot of ways as it was for you. So I could relate. I hope we could do it again some other time, not specifically this, but in another cast or even, when we're online. I want to thank you so much again, like I said, and I wish you nothing but the best, and I hope you continue to grow and people come check him out. Take the time to plug in whatever you want at this moment, and say
Oh no.
where people can
Y'all need
find
to go
you.
check out. Y'all need to go subscribe. Y'all hear this shit? Go subscribe to this man's channel. He puts his heart and soul in his shit. You know what I'm saying? You need to do it.
I try.
You gonna
I
do it?
try. Thank you.
Y'all need to do it. Yeah. I don't know why y'all suspecting on it. Quit listening to the drama channels and look to the real channel. He just does his best when he can do it. He's a real gamer. He's passionate. You guys need to go hit that like button. You need to hit that subscribe
Oh,
button.
thank you. Thank you.
And you know what I'm saying, and do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't visit my channel. Don't come by my channel. Go if
No,
you
no,
go
you
on my
have to. You
channel.
have to go on
If
my
you go on
channel
my
because
channel, you subscribe to me. You better subscribe to him because I'm gonna cuss y'all asses out. I told you I'm crazy. You need to go hit there. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I need tomorrow. I need about 300 subscribers. I need to hit this channel. You know what I'm saying? Because he got great
well, if
content.
they go subscribe to you, they can link to me and they'll see me. So that's
But
kind
they
of
need to
good
yeah. If
either
you
way, no
subscribe
matter
to me,
what.
go subscribe to him. Please subscribe to him. He has great
Yeah,
content.
thank you.
You know what I'm
I
saying? He don't
appreciate
put
it.
out stuff every day, but you know what? When he do it from the heart. He's passionate. He's better than half these raggedy people that you listen to already. So it ain't gonna
Oh,
hurt.
you
Hit the
try, you try,
subscribe button.
you try, you
Hit
try.
the thumbs up. You know what I'm saying? And we've been on here so long. I'm gonna quit talking, and I need to go find me something to eat.
I'm sorry I drained you. Trained you.
No, I'm gonna
So,
give you something to eat.
so
And
why can't
shout out,
and
shout out to Sega Forever, man. Shout out to you know what I'm saying? Shout out to the whole intro media gang, man.
entry?
Shout out
Yeah,
to, you know what I'm saying, BTS. Shout out to everybody. You know what I'm saying?
everybody on YouTube, Twitter. Yes, absolutely. Yes, absolutely.
We just here having fun, and you know what? Y'all keep it gaming. That's all we have to keep
Yeah,
it gaming.
man. Just keep it gaming, man. Let's talk about games and keep it gaming. Absolutely. These things are amazing because you get to reminisce and go back to, the good times that started it all for all of us. So with me, just basically my channels, here on YouTube, I go by Hebot. Absolutely. Hebot 8. Just like, comment, share, subscribe if you like. But remember, if you subscribe, you become part of the family because I know you don't have to. And a shout out to intromediagaming.com. It's a wonderful site for up and coming YouTubers, which was created by this gentleman right here from the kindness of his heart, and is 100% all types of styles and flavors and nice YouTubers from all parts of the world at this point that have their own style, and you're gonna definitely find something you like, or you'll like them all, and that'd be even better. I'm also part of a gaming group on Facebook that I was chosen to be an admin, called the World of Xbox. You're welcome to join as well, 100 if you like. Just like I joined the intro media one as well. And it's run by a new legal felon. He's a good guy too, like you. Even though he's not in the YouTube scene, there's a lot of nice guys over there with good hearts that are passionate about gaming, like doing stuff, and love Xbox, love gaming in general, and they support us even though they don't have YouTube, but they watch our stuff, which is even more the great. I'm being their voice of representation by shouting them out and being, I'm part of them as well at the World of Xbox. So, and then I'm on Twitter, same thing. He bought most powerful gamer. If you want to hit me up on Twitter, send anything, or follow me if you like. You don't have to, but if you do, you're gonna get something whether you like it or not. I try to make it from the heart, and as like I said, thank you to Mr. 100 for for being such a good friend and treating me like family and such a good gaming compatriot, so to speak. And 100 again, I appreciate for you being here. I'm going to finish up with some final thoughts, but if you have anything else that you'd like to say, let me know.
Oh no,
Uh,
I'm good.
you're good. Well, like I said, I'm sorry for wasting taking so much of your time. Like I said, I appreciate it very much. It means a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. Intro Media and everything that you've done, I really appreciate it. Again, so to my YouTubers and gaming, my final thoughts. I'm trying the best that I can. Is gaming is a medium that it started for us, like people like Mr. 100 and myself, so many years ago, so long ago, uh, back, and it was looked at as, as a joke and not really something important, as we spoke earlier, as something that, we saw and people looked at as a waste of time. You or maybe even consider something a kid that was evil or bad because you like playing in these characters with these weird creatures and things of that nature. But in reality, video game has brought in so much that right now is it's one of the biggest medium of entertainment and business in the world right now. Maybe even bigger than movies to a certain extent. And it's wonderful because I stressed it many times before. It's a medium that's brought together all different types of people from different types of countries and worlds and thoughts, but we all connect and have the same bond. Because the controller holds no prejudice. It doesn't matter what you are, whether you're a kid, a woman, gay, lesbian, whatever the case may be, man, woman, it doesn't matter. We all share the same love, and we all share the same passion, and it brings us together, and we get to meet wonderful people, like and establish wonderful relationships, like I have, uh, with someone like Mr. 100 and so many others like E-Rock and Sega Forever and J Long and Master Chief, all wonderful people. So we need to learn to get back to gaming and forget about the drama and just realize that this is something special that we need to keep pure and keep for what it was and how it started for us, because we made it what it is, for supporting it for all these years, and it kept us out of trouble, and some people changed our lives. And if it wasn't for this medium, we probably would have been lost or in trouble, for some of us.
Guys,
And so
me like
keeping it pure is something important, and it's something that will mean a lot for us in the future and for the future, because it's important. If not, we're gonna lose the one thing that we fought so hard and so for so long to bring to the point of what it is that it's respected and looked at as something, important in society. So let's forget about the drama, and let's start thinking and embracing back that camaraderie that we share and we create with gaming and people out there that share the same passion. Uh, you know, it's what we need to do to continue the gaming going forward. That is my belief, and that's what I truly feel passionately, and in my humble opinion, uh, and that's what we need to do. So I thank everybody for being here with us tonight, and those who catch it later. Like I said, thank you so much for your time. Forgive me for sounding tired, but I really appreciate it. And you took the time to share here with us tonight. And Mr. 100 again, like I said, thank you so much for everything, and thank you for being a guest. And it's been an honor to have you on the show. And have a good night. I appreciate your time.
oh man, yep, the sun's gonna find me something to eat. I keep it
Yes,
one.
get something to eat.
Yeah,
So
I'm gonna probably pass out like you in a minute. No, I'm not. I'm gonna go get on Xbox.
nothing wrong with that. So I see you guys, man. Have a good night. All right. Bye.